The following is a live sports presentation on Glycon.
Glycon's coverage of Central Kentucky high school football starts now.
We welcome you inside the heart of the Bluegrass here in Central Kentucky for high school football here on Glycon. We are excited to bring you this one here from Lafayette High School along with Coach Cisco Bryant. My name is Wes Chandler, and we have Henry County Wildcats taking on the Lafayette Generals tonight here, Cisco. And I know this Lafayette team is a team you saw last week in the game you covered for the Generals there last week. And Henry County, a team that comes in, it's really no secret what they're going to do. They want to run the football.
There's no question. But actually, they did a little balance last week. They actually threw the ball a little bit more than I thought they were going to. The running back ran over 100 yards, and he said he had a couple of running backs, actually 3 of them.
Yeah, we could see out to 2 or 3 running backs here today, so it should be a lot of fun to watch the ground game. That means we may be out here in an hour and a half.
Wow.
Let's not get too carried away.
Somebody's going to throw and stop the clock, yes.
Well, that team that might throw might be Lafayette. You saw a little bit of the combination there with Gio Kondo and Jackson Grant last week. First half was good. Second half, not so much. And I think you're going to see a different Lafayette team here in week 2.
There's no doubt about it. I thought that last week with Collins, they sort of took Lafayette out of their game plan a little bit because I think they wanted to keep throwing it and running a little bit with Gio.
Well, it is a gorgeous night here in Lexington at Lafayette High School inside Ishmael Stadium. It is 80 degrees as we approach kickoff here in Lexington. Partly cloudy skies, and it is just a gorgeous. There's that little bit of breeze blowing. You couldn't ask for better football weather. I know last week was a different story inside this same booth for us. We were sweating. We were everything. It was very hot in here, but this week it's very different, and it's a cool but comfortable 80 degrees.
Oh, it's you can't ask for, like you just said, you can't ask for a better football day.
Tonight's weather forecast is presented by Suntime Pool and Spas. Good people to know if you have a pool. Well, we are getting you set for Lafayette taking on Henry County here in Lexington tonight. Decided to bring you this one, and it should be a really good contest here inside the Commonwealth of Kentucky. When we come back, we'll get some pregame comments from Henry County head coach Matt Wright coming up as you're listening to high school football on Glycon.
Leaves and other dirt and grime are no match against the experts at Suntime Pools, your BioGuard dealer. Weekly service, computerized water testing, or just need advice. Our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit us today for a full line of BioGuard swimming pool products. Suntime Pools.
Hey, who turned out the lights? Hello?
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Get started by finding the program that works for you at bluegrass.kctcs.edu. Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world.
Besides, obviously, the talent of the tailbacks, what makes it such a success?
I think that we keep it pretty simple. For what we do, we're a power counter team. We're gonna make changes to those little things, but we're gonna be true to what we are. So our kids get those reps year round of just working power, working the steps to power, down blocks, pulling and kicking out, and doing those things and how teams are gonna react to it. We hang our hat on that. It's the first thing that we scout every week to say how are we gonna run these two plays. And then obviously just the players. I mean, this year we've got 3 running backs that we're using that we haven't had before. Usually we use one, and now we're using 3 different guys back there to carry the ball and trying to split carries and those kind of things. And then our O-line does a great job. Like, they know the responsibilities. They check at the line. They know the rules. They know all those things. And it's something that's embedded to them. So it's cultural, I think. We try and build that from the beginning of trying to be hard-nosed and those kind of things. We got 30 guys on the team, so toughness has to be kind of a part of it. So,
on the defensive side, when you look, Harrison County allowed just over 100 yards a game of total offense last week. When you look at your defense, what was the biggest key defensively for you guys last week?
We talk a lot about knowing our alignment assignment from the beginning. And I think like we hit on for a while, just say, hey, if we can get lined up first, I think our kids play hard enough to get to the play to make the play. They had 2 different sets that they did in their scrimmages. They came out in a wing tee, the whole first one, and the second one came out with a 2-back spread. And so we were preparing for 2 offenses. We were getting ready last week. So it was a lot of alignment stuff. And our defensive coaches, Trey Lyons, our defensive coordinator, does a great job of just saying, all right, hey, this is where we're going to line up. And when we get you in the right place, you play fast and go make the plays. You try and take most of the thinking out with 14, 15, 16, 17-year-olds and say, hey, can you play hard downhill? And our guys did that last week, and we shut down the run, gave 1 long pass, and, we try and win the explosive plays there and limit them. So I think we did that last week.
I know last season did not end the way you wanted it to from a team standpoint. Is there 1 or 2 things that you changed going into this season?
One big thing we talked about, we have a really young team. We had 17 seniors last year. So we had 17 seniors and had a couple that obviously had 3 that didn't come back. So we lost 20 kids off a team from last year that had some success. So for us, a big thing, we talked about culture. Developing leaders, developing guys that are there. Our weight room, our off-season program was much better in terms of attendance and how we worked out. We changed the same thing, like the toughness level of doing those things. So it's been that kind of that culture shift to have these young guys to understand who the leader needs to be.
Appreciate the time.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, we'll have more pregame coverage when we come back on Glycod.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
You have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
With Fast Signs, create custom deep-sea signage that makes the wait a visual escape. Fast Signs, make your statement.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling. You're watching Central Kentucky High School Football on Glycod.
Welcome back to Glycod as we're continuing to get you set for Henry County and Lafayette here on a gorgeous evening here on a Friday night for some high school football on Glycod. Getting you set with the keys to the game now. Tonight's keys to the game are presented by Martin's Peterbilt of Central Kentucky. They strive to keep your trucks moving through outstanding parts, availability, and unmatched service. Cisco, what do you have on Henry County?
Well, Henry County, the key to the game is, like the coach was talking about, is running the football and controlling the clock. Last week, Jason Ray had 103 yards rushing, but 2 other backs carried the ball as well for them. And also on defense, they did a very good job of stopping the run against their opposing team last week. And the key to the game for Lafayette is what's the term from Friday Night Lights? Let Gino spin.
Yeah, let him work.
Yeah, let him work. Let him throw the ball. Let him call his little bit offense and go for there. And also controlling the clock for Lafayette. They really got to keep keep Harrison County off the field, Henry County off the field, and let their offense dictate the tempo of the game. That's the key to the game.
And for Lafayette, too, I'm really excited to see the growth and the progress that Gio Kondo makes, and see if Jackson Grants can get a little more action here in this in the second week of games. This broadcast is authorized by Lafayette High School with production rights owned by Glycod. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all participating student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you for watching. We are getting you set for kickoff here in Lexington as Lafayette does battle with Henry County, the third straight year that these two teams will tangle on the gridiron. Lafayette looking for their first win in this series after Henry County taking both of those previous matchups in each of the last 2 years. When we come back, we'll get some pregame comments from Lafayette head coach John Lawson when we return on Glycod.
Plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Central Kentucky Driving School is raising the bar in driver education because the safety of their students is too important for anything less. Offering driver training for teens and adults, Central Kentucky Driving School will equip you with the skills needed to become a safe and confident driver. A proud community partner, Central Kentucky Driving School invests in their students and families and guides you every step of the way. For more information, give them a call at 859-538-7775 or visit drivecky.com.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
A new year means next level math, but even the best teachers can't always provide the personal attention each child needs. Mathnasium has a solution to help any student excel. Our caring, highly trained instructors use a range of teaching modes that ensure true foundational understanding. We're not about rote memorization. The Mathnasium method develops the critical thinking and problem solving skills they need to succeed, with the option to learn face-to-face online at home or face-to-face at one of our 1,000 neighborhood learning centers. Mathnasium, we're changing lives through math.
Proudly based in Jessamine County, R.J. Corman Railroad Group has been serving North America's railroad industry since 1973. Find out more by visiting rjcorman.com. For high-quality railroad service, it's R.J. Corman.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Oftentimes you hear that Lafayette head coach John Lawson joining us now here on Glycod as the Lafayette Generals get ready to take on Henry County. Oftentimes you hear the coach speak, you get your most improvement between week 1 and week 2. Coach Lawson, where have you seen this group of Lafayette Generals improve from week 1 to going into week 2?
They've improved in the areas of just their mental capacity. We've learned a lot from last week's game. We know we're going to be playing a tough opponent with, Henry County and their run game. They pretty much put it on us last year with their run game, but I think my defense is ready to step up to the challenge. They're locked in on what we need to do, and as long as we execute and be disciplined this week, hopefully Lafayette will have a good showing. But, the work ethic this week, moving forward, it's so important to me to have integrity, accountability, and understanding that we just need to move on to the next play. And these guys have done a good job moving on from the second half of Friday night to know what they need to do this week moving forward. So that's where we've improved the most this week, and I think it'll show up on field.
If you look at the box score from last week, it can be a little bit deceiving because at halftime it was a completely different game. Can you take that first half and turn it into a positive as you head into tonight?
Oh, absolutely. We actually used that as our momentum during this week because we knew with that first half that we could play at that level. now we have to understand that just because a mistake happened or the other team made big plays, they practice hard too. Things are going to happen. And we did play an extremely good quarterback last week. We just got to understand that we still got to keep playing at that same level. We didn't give up last week. We just kind of lost a tad bit of confidence after a few things happened. So we take that first half and realize, look, we can compete with a lot of people right now, and we focus on that, but primarily we focus on the fact that we need to get better as a team. The things that we have to do as a team to lock in and make sure to ensure that we perform better on Friday night, and I think we're going to do that.
Well, speaking of good quarterback play, you have a good quarterback on your side as well. Talk about him and what he means to this team for fans that may see him for the first time tonight.
Oh, they're going to see some exciting stuff from Gondal. He's a guy that's been developing for like the last 2 years to take over the starting position. And he showed great leadership last week. He showed how he could get dual threat quarterback last week, and he could put the ball there when he needs to. So I think with LC week to week, especially from week 1 to week 2, you're going to see a great difference in how this young man performs on the field on Friday night. And we're just looking forward to see what he can produce.
Appreciate the time. Best of luck tonight.
We thank you very much, sir.
All right, that's Lafayette head coach John Lawson. When we come back, we'll have more right here on Glycod.
Leaves and other dirt and grime are no match against the experts at Sunshine Pools, your BioGuard dealer. Weekly service, computerized water testing, or just need advice. Our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit us today for a full line of BioGuard swimming pool products. Sunshine Pools.
Hey, who turned out the lights? Hello?
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Need a tow? Martin's Peterbilt Towing Service is here 24/7. Based in London and Pikeville, we will travel to you. Commercial trucks and trailers, no job too big. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
Here in Kentucky of great savings at Cartown Kia.
Score 1.9% financing on select new Kia models like 2026 Kia Sportage. Or win with 0% on 2025 Kia Sorento and Sportage.
Our team is here for your team at Cartown Kia.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
About 6.5 minutes away before we get this one underway. Joined alongside the coach, Cisco Bryant. My name is Wes Chandler here from Ishmael Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, overlooking Kroger Field, as the Henry County Wildcats bring in a 1-0 record on the road to take on Lafayette. It's more about a 60-mile drive from Henry County to Lafayette, so not too terrible. But on a Friday night, it is always good to get in some Friday night lights here in Lexington, as we should have a good one here between the Generals and the Wildcats. Let's talk about your game plan tonight, Cisco. Tonight's game plan is built by Elite Building Products in Nicholasville, the right decision for your home. We begin with the Wildcats from Henry County.
Henry County's game plan is very simple. They're going to run the football. They're going to control the clock. They're going to get big plays. Their defense is going to give up a little bit. And that's basically going to be their game plan, using 3 running backs and also the quarterback who runs as well.
It definitely is a ground and pound type offense. They ran for 251 yards between 6 different backs last week in their win over Harrison County. And we've touched on it before we started this broadcast, Cisco, is that's 6 players toting the pigskin for a team that only has 36 players on their roster total.
And also total 5 seniors, after graduating 20 from last year. So that's their game plan.
So also you're going to see most of these guys play on the other side of the ball too. And you got to wonder, these kids are 15, 16, 17 years old, but it really don't matter much to them. But to us, it would. When you get in the fourth quarter, you're playing both sides of the ball. Fatigue has to set in a little bit.
Well, I guess at my age, we did that.
Yeah.
They don't do that very much now. But I just think that you put your best players out there, offense and defense, and see what happens.
All right, that's the game plan for Henry County. Let's switch it over to the general side now in Lafayette. And like we said just a moment ago, I think you're going to see a little bit of a different team from what you saw in the second half on last week.
No doubt about it. I think their game plan is to go back what they did in the first half and let their quarterback, let Gio do his thing and get the ball out in the flats a little bit. Defensively, their game plan is, watch the ball. And they had 6 times that they jumped off sides that kept momentum going to Collins last week. So that's their game plan, is to cut down on the mistakes and control the clock.
It was a 14-9 game at halftime last week for Lafayette, with Collins on top, and then the floodgates really opened in the third quarter, and it was kind of like I equate it to heavyweight boxing matches. Just a couple punches here, and you're all of a sudden you're on your heels and you're falling back, and it was just about a 12-minute spurt where Lafayette would really like to have back. If you look at the box score in that game, you think 49-9. Wow, what happened?
Right.
But that really doesn't tell the whole story if you were in attendance.
And that's a fact. And I love the analogy of boxing, because that's basically what took place. And when Collins scored right before halftime, that's a blow to the body. You go, and then all of a sudden they kept throwing jabs at him.
Well, both captains for both teams are on the field now, right at midfield. Going for the coin toss, your referee tonight will be Liam Tobin, and he will have the officiating crew with him join tonight. And we'll get you set here for kickoff here just in a moment, as both of these teams doing battle for the third time. We told you that Henry County won both of the previous contests in 2023 and 2024. Lafayette, they want to return the favor. They want to go back and win their first game in the series over the Generals. Henry County did win the coin toss. They elect to defer to the second half, so it'll be Lafayette to get the football first. When we come back here on Glycod, we will bring you the kickoff between the third ever meeting between the Henry County Wildcats along with the Lafayette Generals. All coming up right here on Glycod.
To hear what's on your mind. Take this time to talk and get it right. You know I'll be there all your life. When you need me, I'll be by your side.
Little everyday conversations about the dangers of underage drinking can make a big difference in a child's life. Talk, they hear you.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
From Glycod, it's Central Kentucky High School football. Tonight's game is brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world. Manowar Harley-Davidson, 100% Kentucky owned and operated. IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. New Vista. We see the good ahead. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling. Elite Building Products in Nicholasville, where you'll find top quality products for your home. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. Sun Time Pools and Spas, good people to know if you have a pool. And by Fast Signs. Now to the field for all the action from Glycod on Central Kentucky High School Football.
It's time for Friday Night Football here inside the state of Kentucky as we are getting you set for Henry County and Lafayette. Alongside the coach, Cisco Bryant, my name is Wes Chandler. And as we told you before we left you in the last break, it'll be Lafayette to get the football to begin here. And you're going to see quarterback Gio Kondo, 5'10", 155-pound senior for the first time. I know you were impressed by him in the game you did last week for the Glycod.
Oh, very much so, very much so. He's got the whole tools, and people don't realize last week was the first time he ever started. So that was a big deal, and I think the butterflies won't be as much in this start.
And Coach Lawson described to me as he's a guy that has waited his turn, kind of developed into that starting assignment, and he's finding his voice as a leader, and you'll see that here as we progress throughout this game. So we're really excited to see Kondo in person.
Well, the biggest thing you just said is a leader, because a quarterback leads. They can lead it offense and defense.
J.J. Richardson along with Cal Locklear back deep for the Generals. To kick it away for Henry County will be Jason Ray. We'll call that name a lot here tonight. He's running back, linebacker, and also serves as the kicker. And we are underway. It is a good boot into it by Ray. Fumbled there by Richardson. He will motor on up to the 20 and be met at the 23.
Henry County, very good return. The ball was actually on the 10-yard line, so he didn't get very much after he received it.
So Lafayette will take over 6 seconds into the game. And it'll be the first look at Gio Kondo. Kondo, 7 of 19 through the air last week for 82 yards. Did throw a touchdown. And they will start at their own 23-yard line. Shotgun for Kondo, back behind him. They will turn it over to the tailback, and that will be Richardson, and he'll get up for a couple, up past the 25 to the 26 for a 3-yard pickup.
And they got to keep doing that, giving Richardson an opportunity to get his touches in and get him in the flow of the game. I thought last week they sort of got out of that in the second half, but they had no choice.
6 carries for 24 yards last week for J.J. Richardson. That'll bring up 2nd down and 7. Kondo claps his hands. Will throw a quick pass, complete, out toward the near side. That's Locklear. He's got a lot of running room inside midfield. And now keeping running, tiptoeing down the sideline, and a huge pickup there by the Generals as he goes inside the 20-yard line. Locklear able to get big real estate there, as that is his 6th catch of the year. And that was exactly what Lafayette wanted right there.
Right, and it was a very good block on the outside because they were in a cover 2. Henry County, was in a cover 2. Very good to maintain that corner, and then he just did his thing.
A pickup of over 50 yards through the air. Kondo will hand it off to Richardson. He has some real estate, but that closes real quick as Jason Ray makes his first tackle of the night.
Well, Henry County stayed in that cover 2 down here inside the red zone, which is usually unusual. Usually you'll go more to a cover 3 lot to keep somebody in the middle of the field.
You're going to hear Ray's name called a lot, as we told you. 10 tackles last week in the win over Harrison County. Him and a teammate, Leandre Abney, also having 10 tackles in that game. That'll bring up 2nd down and 12. They'll send Richardson in motion near side. They go with a 3 receivers set to the near, 1 to the far. Kondo out of the shotgun with a pistol look here. Three-step drop by Kondo. He'll throw over the middle. No, he'll tuck it and be sacked.
Well, they went to what I just talked about. And when you go inside the red zone, they drop to a cover 3, and they was looking to go down the middle, but it was covered.
Levi Higdon, big 6 foot, 235 junior, wrapping him up. Kondo's pump fake me out when he went for that fake, and it was Higdon right there for the sack.
Well, he did a very good job pulling that down because that safety came late. Ever been an interception in the middle of the field.
1 sack last week for the Wildcats, already matching that here early on. Now all of a sudden it's 3rd down and 21. Here's a throw, slant, caught over the middle, and dropped. Dropped.
Very good.
Colton Coleman, the intended receiver there, and after that pickup of over 50 yards to Locklear, now Lafayette is well behind the sticks. It'll be 4th down and 21.
Well, again, Gino, very good throw. Hit him in stride. He just didn't hold on to it. But they're going to go back to him because he's a big-time player as well.
So you're going for it here on 4th and 21. What's in the playbook here?
I say a screenplay.
Yeah.
Yeah, some type of screenplay or quarterback draw.
Watch out for Locklear here. There's a lot of action over on the far sideline. And we have the first flag of the night.
And it's on Lafayette. They try to get Henry County to jump off, but they stay steady. It looks like they're going to probably punt now. Nope, they keep their offense out there.
Well, even if you don't get a lot, it would, if you turn it over on downs, you still have a long field position to go for Henry County. So really nothing real. You'd obviously love to convert it, but so you get 10 yards here, and it kind of acts as a punt.
Yes, it does. But I was looking for him to pooch it down and try to get him inside the 5.
So now 4th and 21 becomes 4th and 26.
Henry County, they're in that cover 2 again.
They've got to get all the way to the 8-yard line. Kondo with time. Lobs it in to the end zone, and it is intercepted. Taking it away, Camden Clark, the freshman, coming up with the interception.
Right, you're going to hear his name a lot on offense as well, but he did a very good job breaking on the ball. He got it at his highest point and actually took it away from him.
Ball just a little bit underthrown there by Kondo as he was going for an intended receiver there. He was going for Coleman, using that 6 foot 3-inch frame to try to get a touchdown there on 4th and 26. But now, after the interception, Henry County will take over. 1st down and 10, 9:12 to play here in the first frame. Now you're going to get a look at Henry County quarterback White Ward, 5'8", 140 junior. Just 140. I think I was 140 a month old.
Well, again, what we talk about in the plan, and Lafayette jumps off sides again, starting off on defense, where they have to be a little bit more disciplined. They can't let it be 2nd and 5. 1st and 5.
Henry County coming off a big win last week over Harrison County, putting up 47 points on the board.
That's a lot of points.
Expected a heavy dose of the ground game. Here it is. Jason Ray continuing to shed tackles, and a nice play defensively by Lafayette as he'll go up to the 25. Very little pickup there.
When they was warming up, Jason didn't take any reps, and then he got the first touch of the game. So he had a very good game last week, getting over 100 yards.
In just 8 carries. 8 carries for 103, a couple of touchdowns. Now he'll go out and line up as receiver here.
Now he's the only one got pretty good size based on the receiver, but the rest of them, they're not as big.
He almost kind of looks a tight end out there. Here's a little quick outlet out to Camden Clark, and he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing really happening on the first 2 plays offensively for the Wildcats. Last week against Harrison County, 2 quarterbacks combining for 8 for 15 through the air. But they were profitable when they completed on their passing attempts. They only completed 8 passing attempts for the entire game, but 3 of them, Cisco, went for touchdowns.
Wow. Well, here it is, Lafayette. Let's see if we can get off the field. See if you can get off the field on third down.
Be third down and 5 for the Wildcats. Ward, the quarterback, out of a shotgun, rolls to his right, wants to find a receiver, sidearms a throw, picked off, and it'll be a pick 6 for Lafayette, returning the favor. Turnovers looming large, and it is Zion Harmon taking it in for 6.
Very good play. He sat down, tried to do a little hook, and he stepped in front of it and took it the distance. Touchdown.
That little sidearm throw, and they were intending for Trevor Coffey. Coffey fell down.
Yes.
Just lost his footing, and that sidearm throw right to Harmon for a score.
Well,
So first points of the game belong to the Generals, and they will line up to go for 2 here. It looks like. No, they'll switch it over and go for the point after. They got a good kicker in Jackson Grants. He does everything. At halftime, he'll go down and sell concessions, too.
Well, Coach Lawson calls him Superman.
Yeah, he really is. Nailed a 40-yard field goal last week.
Well, as I look at the replay on the interception for a touchdown, they actually jumped to a man coverage, which is very difficult because they never did it last week. That means Lafayette. It looks like another penalty on Lafayette, backing them up a little bit, 5 yards. After kicking that 40-yard field goal last week, this doesn't matter to him.
This is chip change.
Yes.
It will amount to a 25-yard point after for Grants. Not the prettiest of balls, but it'll go through, and it is 7-0 Lafayette. On the pick 6, the Generals on the board. We'll come back on Glycod.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
All right, well, Lafayette gets on the board defensively after a big-time interception there by Zion Harmon. And he forces the turnover and converts it to points. And it's always a good thing, Cisco, when that defense can score.
Well, that's points you don't count on every time. And that got the crowd into it. The student section, they are going crazy right now. So that gets the crowd into it on defense.
So now Henry County dealt a blow. We'll see how they respond here. A little unconventional. It'll be a squib kick. It'll be handled right in the breadbasket of Henry County player Gunnar Herrig. Ball took a weird hop.
Well, it looks
there
like
is
Lafayette
a flag,
was offsides. They were offsides.
I would be too after lining up in that formation.
Looks like Coach Lawson just trying to get the crowd into it. Very good, trying to keep the momentum on Lafayette's side, and good call whoever the special team coach decided to do that onside kick, but they were just offsides. Henry County got everybody close to the hash marks inside of them besides a couple on the outside. So they're ready for it again if it happens.
See what they do here. Grants, this will be a little bit better, but it'll ricochet right into the end zone for a touchback. So now we'll see how Wyatt Ward responds after throwing that pick. Ward was 6 of 12 through the air last week. So we've already not even played 5 minutes, Cisco. We've both teams have thrown an interception. You think it's more of a case of both of these teams knowing that they want to run, but also kind of establishing the pass early on to kind of keep the defense off track?
Yeah, but when you put 8 and 9 in the box, like Lafayette just had right now on the run play coming up, and that's what you do. You try to throw it outside and try to get those linebackers and corners to back up a little bit.
Clark on the carry that time for Henry County.
But I don't really see Coach changing his Coach Wright changing his format. He seemed very stern. We're going to run the football.
And absolutely, it's worked for him for so long. Team that finished 5-5 last year did miss the playoffs for the first time since 2019. You know, that has to linger a little bit in some of the returners. Here's another ground attack and not much working. You can tell Lafayette's really putting the focus on the run stoppage.
Yeah, very good job. Again, they had 7, 8 in the box, close to the box, so quarterback tried to pull it back out, but Lafayette defense guys was right there.
So just like that, it'll bring up 3rd down and 5 now. Do you trust the running game here? What does Matt Wright in his 9th season call for here on 3rd down and 5 from the 25?
Well, the hardest part is going to be for Henry County is separation because all your receivers are sophomores.
And got Lafayette to jump.
Again, that's the 3rd penalty on them.
Yaya Chenault jump, and it could be a free 1st down for Henry County. On 3rd and 5, you have an offsides. That's just deflating.
Yeah, that's the 3rd penalty, and we're only in a few minutes in the first quarter. And, again, they did that last week. That hurt them.
And Chenault will come out now as they make a sub on the defensive line. Here's a running game. Some open space for Ray, just barreling over Generals as he gets up just shy of the 40-yard line, marking him down to 37.
Ray looks like a horse. I mean, Ray looks big and strong, and then the other receiver, running backs are a little bit of a scat back type, so.
He looks more like a fullback to me.
Much so. But they put him at receiver, so he must have some skills.
Excited to see him the rest of the game here. Ward gets the shotgun snap, and they fumble it. Ball is on the ground at the 35-yard line. Lafayette says they have it, waiting the signal, and they do. Lafayette has turned 2 turnovers into profitable expenses.
Looks like Taylor got it, number 3, the D lineman.
That exchange was not good.
Not good.
So already 2 turnovers now by Henry County. Much different story than their game last week when they cruised past Harrison County.
Yeah. 47-14.
So now Lafayette has a chance to add to their lead. 7-0 Generals. If you're just joining us, on an interception return for a touchdown by Zion Harmon. Kondo, all kinds of time, throws deep ball, and it will be incomplete. Leading his receiver, Locklear, a little too much there over on the sideline route.
Well, they tried to get him in that cover, too, and the receiver did a very good job coming inside, and the inside receiver ran a corner route and just couldn't get it to him. I figured they was going to go for the juggler on the first one.
Usually you see that a lot after a turnover.
Yeah, very much.
Defense is deflated.
And especially in their case because they play both ways.
No time to rest on your laurels. 2 receivers each way. They send a man in motion. Pitch it to Richardson. He was the motion man. Now trying to water bug his way back up to the 40, and he'll get at the 39-yard line.
I'm looking for Gino to do a quarterback draw. He has yet to do it so far, and I'm a little bit surprised. Well, they ain't had the ball very much yet. So it's 3rd down and looks like 3rd and 14.
Yeah, we'll go 3rd and 14. As you mentioned, Cisco, he is a dual-threat quarterback. He did have 50 yards on the ground last week, so not just a pocket passer. On the first quarter being played on this half of the field. 4:30 to play, opening half. 7-0 Lafayette. Screen caught and motoring up for big yardage. And they will get the first down inside the 20, bring him down at the 15-yard line. What a pickup there on a great call by John Lawson, his offensive coordinator.
Yeah, because last week when that running back went in motion, they did a quarterback draw, but this time they running back went in motion to the right, and they ran that quick little post seam route, and they got a first down.
20-yard pickup on 3rd and 14.
Great play call.
Kondo looks a little bit more comfortable passing to me than he did last week.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of talking too, moving his gestures of his hands, moving his receivers around. So, like I said, the buds are out. He's ready to play. He's a very good player.
Kondo in the shotgun, send man in motion. That's Locklear. Kondo looking to the left, slant over the middle, caught and motoring into the end zone and down at the 1-yard line. I thought he got in. Ooh, very close. I thought he was in, Cisco.
I mean, all you got to do is break the plane, not where he goes down. They pushed him back. I thought he was in as well. But now I'd say, hold up. Well, yeah, they did mark it at the inch line.
Coleman making the reception for the Generals.
They went back to back to Coleman on that.
Yeah.
Back to back.
That's a couple times he's gone over a slant on the middle of the field. Flag down into the end zone. It will be a touchdown, but hold up. There is a flag on the play.
The Whitehead legal shift. Lafayette.
That's very disheartening when you're on the 1-inch line.
I think I've said this 2 or 3 times, 4 or 5 times. They're still in a cover 2 on the goal line. That's a little different. And
you don't see that too often.
Not often. You have your corners up and 2 safeties deep in the end zone, but the goal line is 5 yards in front of you. So basically it's 11 on 9.
Even my math skills will tell you that's an advantage for somebody.
Somebody. I'm going with 11 people.
Yeah, my money's there too.
Yeah.
1st and goal from the 5 now. Richardson in motion. They pitch it to Locklear, trying for the end around, and that is well read. It'll be a loss of 5. Cole Locklear, senior, getting it on the end around.
I know Lafayette wants to be balanced, but they're giving them that slant, and I would just go back to back until they
can stop it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen that with Coleman a lot here early on.
Right. I mean, they gave it to him again down here because in that cover 2 is to stop the run. That's what you do on a cover 2, to stop the run, and they've heard him. Coleman has heard him many times on the slant play.
And it was Ray making that last stop for the Wildcats. So now all of a sudden you have 2nd down and goal from the 10. Another flag. Back them up more.
Lafayette, that's flag number 5.
Just a couple of moments ago they were on the 1-inch line. Now they're at the 15.
So them not giving it or them not getting in, I hope it doesn't come back and haunt them. Because you and I both thought he was in.
I did too. I thought he stretched that ball out. So 3rd and 15, they've already converted on 3rd and long here tonight. See if they do it again here. Up 7-0, closing in on the final 90 seconds here in the first quarter. Kondo gets the snap. Will hand it off up the middle, snaking his way inside the 15, and a short pickup of 2 there for the Generals and their running back. And decision time for John Lawson. You do have a good kicker in Jackson Grant, so this could make it a 2-possession game if he chooses to kick here.
It's 3rd down because they got that penalty.
You're right.
It's 3rd down. But now I was a little bit surprised they didn't throw the slant. I really was very surprised because Jackson was out there one-on-one.
Inside a minute now. Got 2 receivers each way for Kondo. Throw wide open, so wide open he's lonely. It is Locklear. He's been the man so far for the Generals, and it is a easy 6 for Lafayette.
Very good read by Kondo. Very good read. He was looking for the post. He pumped it. Then he saw his guys flaring out in the side. Very good play call. Again, another great play call. We're not just telling you what it is. It's very good. They're giving them, and they're taking what they're giving them. And that's what you need to do when you're offensive coordinator.
That makes it 13-0 on the 13-yard.
2 turnovers, 2 touchdowns.
That's exactly what you want to see. And this has to be just a golden start for the Generals after that second half last week.
Well, got another flag. And another one on Lafayette.
I think Grant just is telling him, hey, move. Let's make this try a little bit more difficult.
Oh.
When you have it in your tank, why not show it off, I guess, right?
That's what they say. Show off that arm, right? Show
I
off
can't
that
imagine
leg.
John Lawson agrees with that statement, though. He's probably not too happy about that.
I'm trying to locate him on the sideline to see his emotion.
Yeah.
Well, he's got a great kicker, so he's not going to show too much of emotion.
So Grants will try this one.
Good again.
And it parks the pillars. 14-0 Lafayette, 45 seconds to play. We'll come back on Glycod.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
.45 seconds is all that remains in the first quarter, as it is a great start for Lafayette here in their second game at home. 13-yard touchdown catch by Cal Locklar. He had 5 catches for 36 yards. Last week, the extra point good by Grants.
2 turnovers, 2 touchdowns. So Lafayette is got the momentum right now.
Now we'll see how Henry County responds. Had a little bit of a different kick formation last time they scored. See if that happens here. And that ball bounces the 2, got to be taken, and it will be by Clark, and he's trying to spin up to the 10, get past the 10. He thought that ball was going into the end zone. It didn't. It stopped at the 1-yard line, so it was a live ball.
Well, I give him credit. He's a freshman, and he actually turned to watch because it looked like it was going in the end zone. Automatically, it went over his head, and that thing died like my golf shot.
And just bounced right back up, yep.
Yeah, thank you for not responding to that comment on golf.
Because mine is not much better.
Mine wouldn't have did that. It would have kept going. It would have kept going past the hole. So, Henry County, here we go. See what they can do.
Wyatt Ward, the quarterback. Drawing a cadence here. Not ideal field position start for the Wildcats. It'll be a handoff to Ray, and he will get nothing. Maybe going back to the line of scrimmage. Michael Miles making that nice stop defensively. Really been impressed by the job of the Lafayette defensive line here in this first quarter. They're really stopping that running game so far.
Yeah, using their hands, keeping the linemen off of their chest, and getting off the blocks. That's the key.
This time a little bit more profitable for the Wildcats, and what'll be the final play of the first quarter. It's a run for Ray, and when we return, it'll be 3rd down and medium for the Wildcats. It is a great first quarter for Lafayette. They lead 14-0 on Glycod.
Confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cardtown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CardtownKiaUSA.com.
Leaves and other dirt and grime are no match against the experts at Suntime Pools, your BioGuard dealer. Weekly service, computerized water testing, or just need advice. Our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit us today for a full line of BioGuard swimming pool products. Suntime Pools.
Hey, who turned out the lights? Hello?
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Alongside the coach, Cisco Bryant, I'm Wes Chandler, back for the second quarter. 14-0 Generals here on Glycod. As turnovers really playing a big role in that first quarter.
Well, and also would be playing a big role when for the turnovers is Lafayette's lack of discipline with penalties. But it hasn't hurt them because of the turnovers.
So Henry County will now take it. They're ready to snap the ball. Jason Ray will be on the handoff this time, and not much happening right there. They're really spending a lot of focus going east-west. Do you think that they need to go north-south?
North-south. I mean, you're not going to outrun them. I mean, Lafayette guys are getting off the block and getting over there, and they're waiting on him. So, and plus he's a big back, and they got him going side to side and starting getting those shoulders squared up straight ahead. So 4th down.
4th down and about 5. Ray lined up back to punt, and Lafayette should get really good field positioning here on their first touch of the second quarter.
I haven't seen too many high school players that I can actually count their sideline. And not get too far.
Only 36 players on their roster, 5 seniors.
5 seniors.
Ray boots it away, and it will go into opponent territory and still be really good field position as they'll mark it out at the 43-yard line.
I think Lafayette needs to keep the pump going and get the gas. And I would still throw the slant. If they come out in a cover 2, I would look to throw the slant again until they get out of that cover 2, because that's stopping the run. It's stopping the run.
A 28-yard punt there by Ray. Now you feel like if Lafayette can put it in the end zone here, that would just be another blow for Henry County, and not the start that they wanted to. Trying to go to 2-0 on the season. Kondo will keep it. Lob one and be caught. He had to make a mid-air adjustment and caught at the 25-yard line. Guess who? It's Colton Coleman.
Coleman made a great job. He was wide open at the beginning, but he didn't see him, and then all of a sudden he came right back to the ball, two-handed up at highest point, and that's what I was looking at for Lafayette to do.
To the 25-yard line on the strike to Coleman. Coleman and Locklear, those two have been really big receiving.
But they did a very good job, coaching staff for Lafayette. They said, we got them, let's go ahead and try to get a home run on the first play.
You got to give Lafayette's offensive line, too, a lot of credit here. Kondo's having all kinds of time to find his open receivers. Kondo, quick slant over the middle. Caught. It's Grants motoring in for 6. Jackson Grants with a 25-yard strike from Jiho Kondo.
It was funny that when Jackson scored, he threw the ball.
He jumped it.
And the official was about to throw his flag, but he threw it towards the other official. So he saw that and put it back in.
First touchdown, make it second touchdown of the year for Jackson Grants. And again, that was a slant route.
Yeah.
Henry County's got to have a focus on the slant route defense so far. I think that your officials are talking about whether to throw a penalty there on Grants' celebration.
But the problem is the ball went to the official. Well, he's talking to Coach Wright right now.
But Kondo is...
Yeah, they called it on him.
Been stellar so far.
It'll be on the kickoff. They did give him unsportsmanlike conduct.
So I think there's an example of Grants kind of backing it up for himself because he's the kicker.
Right.
They'll line it up here for two. That they'll stay at the 3-yard line for the point after. Grants' point after is true, and it is all Lafayette here in the first 14 minutes of action. We'll come back and bring you more on Glycod.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Tonight's broadcast would not be possible without the support of our corporate partners. Please let them know how much you appreciate their commitment to providing free-to-watch high school athletics programming on Glycod.
Well, I was sitting there watching during the break, and Coach Lawson's out there speaking with the officials because he's not understanding or didn't understand why he got the penalty, but I think he threw it. It just happened to go to official.
So they did penalize him,
yes.
But it was on the kickoff. Or on the kickoff,
They took it on the kickoff, yes.
$21-0. It'll be Grants to boot it away after being held to only 9 points in their loss last week to Collins. Generals coming out looking like a different squad.
Yeah. Capitalizing on every mistake that Henry County is making.
Here's the return. Going up and brought down at the 36-yard line, Camden Clark. So Henry County, after a quarter of not a lot of offense, just under 10 minutes to play here in the first half, looking for their first points of the contest.
And actually the first true drive of the contest. One of the big things that you mentioned is them running a stretch play, and Lafayette just got too much speed on the other side for that.
It's a team last year in Henry County that averaged 25 points per game. They can be explosive. Ray has a head of steam and a good running room for the first down. Beat toward the sticks. Just shy of midfield, the 46. After the pickup of 9.
Now, that wasn't a stretch play. They went straight at him, and the line got underneath Lafayette's guys, and he picked up 8 yards.
Back it up a yard from what I said. It'll be 2nd down and 2 now. Pickup of 8. We'll have to get Ray going, see if they go back to him. It'll be a QB keeper, 1st down and more inside opponent territory. That's the quarterback, Wyatt Ward, taking that one.
Who ran very well last week. Did a very good job against Harrison County last week, and I think it's his first run of the game.
Yeah, had 11 carries for 59 yards in that win last week over Harrison County, and at 5'8", 140, he showed a lot of toughness right there going over the middle of the field.
140.
Been a while since I've seen 140.
Likewise.
Here's Ray going downhill. Nice angle up to the far hash. And Harrison County may be a sign of getting that running game going here, Cisco.
Right, it's a long game. I mean, when you score early like Lafayette did, it gives the other team an opportunity to make adjustments. And now you start looking at that clock.
2nd down and 4 from the 39. Ball touching the 39. This is a team last year in Harrison County that averaged 219 yards on the ground. One of the top rushing teams in 4A. Ray will get it, going right back to it, bouncing off tacklers, getting the first down inside the 35, marking down all the way at the 31.
Wow, same play. Just ran it straight at him.
8-yard pickup for Ray. He's starting to feel it now. Henry County team, and got a note for you, Cisco. I know you'll like this coming up after this play. Fake the toss to Ray. Going to be a keeper by Ward. And good positive running there for Henry County once again. Ward doing it.
And again, they're getting in front of the sticks on 1st down and 2nd and 6.
Last year, Henry County had a plus 1,090 yards rushing than their opponents. They rushed for over 1,000 more yards than their opponents.
Wow. Lafayette goes to a cover 1, bringing everybody in the box.
Ray, nice hold.
Again.
They're really attacking that right side of the offensive line, guard and tackle. Those boys doing a nice job on the O-line, creating that running room.
No huddle. So they feel like they got the momentum now. Here they go.
Back to the line of scrimmage for the Wildcats. Ward in a shotgun formation.
Ward's trying to get him to jump off again because that's been Lafayette's tendency.
It's happened a couple of times here. Ward the keeper up the middle, bouncing off tacklers inside the red zone.
Well, that's 3 consecutive times they've given him the ball, and then the quarterback's kept it on the next play. So, and it's been positive yards each time.
Give a lot of credit to Tyler Mitchell along with Brax Woods. Those boys up front on the offensive line doing a lot of the heavy lifting here on this drive.
They're running straight behind them. Lafayette, you hear in the background, that's the student section trying to get the momentum back at Lafayette's defense.
Nothing like the student section in high school football.
Nothing like it.
Ray getting the workload, and he'll go inside the 15, mark him down at the 12.
Well, is this a boxing term again? It looks like they're just body blowing and trying to see if they can get a knockout and get it in the end zone with 6:13 counting down.
We got a flag coming in way late after the play. This could be unsportsmanlike.
Nobody's moving. It's on Lafayette. Unsportsmanlike conduct, he threw the flag high, so it must be a verbal because there was no physical contact with either player, so somebody must have said something inappropriate.
A very long drive by Henry County right here. Liam Tobin, the referee here tonight.
He's the one that threw the flag.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think there was words said there that should not be said.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. I just put him inside and 1st and goal on the 8 or 9.
Ward will hand it back to Ray. Scurrying inside the 8. Mark him down at the 5 now.
It looks like the Henry County front line is getting more penetration, pushing the Lafayette defensive lineman's back. And he's getting a running start to hit the line of scrimmage.
Oscar Treadway will sub in on the defensive line for Lafayette now. 2nd down and goal. Handoff, keeper, and stuffed. This time read well by Lafayette. Kendon Wilson in there.
Simpson.
So now what looked like a promising drive for Henry County, all of a sudden you're 3rd and goal here from the 5-yard line.
Looks like a timeout, and I haven't seen them tell me who the timeout. Lawson again is going out there and talking to the whitehead on the penalty. It looks like that Harrison County is called the timeout for him. But Lawson again is having a conversation with the whitehead on these penalties.
Henry County calls the timeout, and there is a player down for Lafayette in the end zone
in the back.
that they are checking on too.
Because I didn't see the officials tell me who did the timeout. I didn't see the young man back down. But it looks like it's a cramp because they're just waiting for him to raise up. Doesn't look anything
Timeout
serious.
on the field. We'll come back and bring you this one on Glycod.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Tristan Simpson, the injured Lafayette General there, he walked over the sideline. Who you called, Cisco, made a nice tackle on one of the plays earlier in this drive. So it'll be 3rd down and goal for the Wildcats at the 5-yard line. Looking to get on the board here midway through the second quarter. Handoff Ray, bouncing it outside. Offensive line pushing, and he will be marked down at the 2-yard line. Do you go for it here, Cisco?
I would go for it. It's no hesitation. Doesn't look like it. And Coach Wright is standing there on the 8-yard line, 12 now, and they got their play called. Now, they've been going quarterback keep after a run, so we'll see if they stay put with that.
See if they follow the script here.
Yes.
Quick handoff. That'll go to Ray. Offensive line pushing. I don't think he got in either. They did not.
No, they did not.
The Generals standing strong with a goal line stand, and everything turning up red and blue tonight.
That's got to be deflating a little bit. You dropped the ball all the way down, and you basically was giving them body blows, as I said earlier, and then all of a sudden you didn't get the knockout punch.
It looks so promising for Henry County.
Ball's inside the 1, and so I would look at him go on a long count or a quick count to try to get him to jump off sides, get Henry County to jump off sides.
That's the definition of a bend but don't break defense right there.
So. Very much so.
So now you got to be careful if you're the offense here. You're got 99 yards to go, and it'll be Kondo who's been sensational so far here in this game.
And that's what he did. He did a double clap to try to get him to jump, to try to get some room. But Henry County didn't fall for it. I don't know what they're calling. The lineman is holding their hands up like, what? Quick. Oh,
whistle blows here. Maybe too much time.
Delay a game. Oh, timeout. We got the timeout.
We'll take it to 4:32 to play here in the first half. 21-0 Lafayette right here on Glycod.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Out of the timeout for Lafayette. We'll see how they draw up the play here. I would love to probably take a bunch of this time here with 4:32 remaining before we reach halftime. It all started with a Zion Harmon interception return for a touchdown. That got the scoring started for Lafayette. Then it was followed up by a really nice play offensively by the Generals as well. Cole Locklear, a 13-yard touchdown, made it 14-0, and we got more flags.
Well, that's going to be Lafayette. It's on them. That's their 11th penalty
Wow.
11.
That will not make John Lawson happy. The ball moves about 2 inches.
If that.
Yeah. I guess if you are going to get a penalty, and that's the area you want to get it in, because it literally moves about 2 inches.
But again, they got to cut down on those penalties, because a close game, that's going to come back and haunt you.
Bring in Makai Taylor, big 6'2", 215 senior, kind of acting as a tight end here.
Empty back field.
Kondo faking, throwing, caught by Locklar, and going up to the 5-yard line. Nice little pickup there on 1st down and 10.
Got a little breathing room out there. Good play call. Threw it out there, a little stop route on the hash, and got him some room to move. 2nd down.
Kondo has been on target on nearly every pass tonight.
Totally control of the offense this week. Looks good. Looks real good.
You can tell that was a focus in practice.
Very much. And Coach Lawson said that.
Under 4 minutes to play, first half. Kondo, shotgun snap. Throw this time as we were bragging on him. He let it a little too much for Locklar.
But that was a good play. He faked it to him, and then he was going to get him because the end didn't come out in the flats to stop that pass. So with that said, the safety had to come downhill. But if he would have caught it, he would have got a 1st down. So 3rd down.
In last year's game against Henry County, Lafayette only had 59 passing yards. Kondo has well eclipsed that here tonight. Kondo lobbing it up, going up, and that will be pass interference. Flags flying everywhere. One-on-one coverage. Blade Boyer there in coverage. Got a little too over-aggressive there, bringing down Colton Coleman.
Well, I don't like to see too many DBs get calls on them, but that was a pass interference.
That was textbook definition right there.
Because I'm going to whine about every one of them because some of them are tic-tac.
Coming from the defensive back converted.
Yes, very much so. But that would have been a big play. Theoretically, that's not bad. So Lafayette got a sideline warning. Dead ball sideline warning.
Had a couple of those last week too, didn't they?
Yes,
if I remember correctly.
Okay, he's got me confused.
Lafayette will bring on Harrison Stevens, a backup tailback that had 10 carries last week.
The delay is they're trying to figure out how many yards to mark off. And it's not college. It's not the NFL. It's a spot foul. It's actually 10 yards. It's not an automatic first down.
It's not automatic,
either. Yep. Okay, now he's going back.
At some point, just flip a coin.
Okay.
So after all that, we'll be spotted at the 10.
Hold it. That's not a warning. He must have gave them a hold it. Another penalty.
We'll go with it.
All right, we'll find out what took place.
So it kind of amounts as a 5-yard pass interference penalty.
Makes it 3rd and 1.
Little end around. Trying to sweep to the outside. A flag down. I don't know if he got the first down. He's right at the sticks, but we have another flag. Locklar got the end around. Usually on those, you see some holding at times.
But it's got to be a hold.
Came from the side, Judge.
Hold up. Okay, it was a hold on Lafayette's receiver. They declined it because they did not get the first down. So now it's 4th down, and it looks like Lafayette's going to punt.
Really, for the first time all night, a drive stalls for the Generals. So Henry County should get really good field position here.
Well, don't you just feel the momentum trying to switch? I
Trying
didn't
to
say
swing.
switch.
Trying
It's
to.
trying to. It is definitely trying to switch.
And if Henry County could have mustered in from the end zone there on that last drive, it would be game on right now. Grant's rolling out. He can keep it. He's in the end zone and in trouble, and he will be brought down at the 1 yard line. A disastrous play for Lafayette as Grant's looked like he was going to run it. I thought he might run it and then pooch it away, but he never got rid of the football, and lucky for him, it wasn't a safety.
Yeah, he got out of the end zone, but I'm like you. I thought he was just doing the run and pooch.
What a play defensively, but there by Henry County. And it was a very nice play by Ben Littrell, a freshman making a big-time play there.
Again, we're talking about that momentum thing, and now if they punch it in.
Let me back that up. Tyler Mitchell. I was on the wrong sheet.
It's okay.
Nice play by Henry County. Tyler Mitchell, 6 foot 215, a senior. So now Henry County will get the ball first and goal from the 1.
Did you say a senior?
A senior.
Okay, they only got 5, the reason why I said
One of the 5, yeah.
One of the
Don't
5.
hear that often. Handoff, Ray, and he will get in to the end zone for a touchdown. Jason Ray, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year.
They left no doubt. They came right at him and ran it and got it in the end zone. So now Lafayette's got to bounce back in it. And I can't tell, are they going for 2?
Lining up like they will. Camden Clark also does some of the kicking for the Wildcats. They will go for 2. Ward out of the shotgun to make it 21-8. Ward rolling out to his right, looking for his receiver. A lot of hand jostling there. Ball is caught, and it is a 2-point conversion. Successful on the far side. Henry County got it. And just like that, the Wildcats strike. And we've got a ball game now, 21-8. It's over there on the far side from us, so it's very difficult to see who it was. So a 2-point conversion successful. And got to give Henry County a lot of credit. It looked like they were down for the count.
Right.
Little pooch punt here, or a little pooch kick, taken away by Richardson. He's got some running room, trying to shed a tackle at the 40, marked down at 39.
I'm just amazed at Henry County's size. They just look small.
They are very small, yeah.
They got a few big guys up front, but overall they're a very small team. And so Lafayette, we'll see what they do. I still say let's go back to the slant and go from there. Lafayette goes with a trips to the top.
Condo's been good. Sands one drive.
There it is.
High, tight spiral, juggled and dropped. It was going to be a touchdown, but running it before he caught it was Colton Coleman.
He's made some great plays. He's dropped a few, but he's made some great plays. They're going to go back to him because he's shown that he is the guy that can do it. But
I thought he was going to recover from his own bobble. He almost brought it in 2 times.
And the thing is, he bobbled it, and the DB wasn't even close. So,
yeah, he blew past the defensive back. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10. 21-8. Lafayette on top. First 21 points scored by the Generals. And then just moments ago, 1-yard touchdown run by Jason Ray. Going for 2, make it 21-8. Condo dropping back, 3-step drop. Caught on the long and the near side. That's Locklar.
Well, he had time to go downfield on that play. He decided to dump it off in the flats.
Lafayette, they graduated their quarterback last year, Ransom Payton, threw for over 1,600 yards, 15 touchdowns. They've been searching for that stability at quarterback for about a half decade now. When you look at the Generals from the QB position, they've had 4 different quarterbacks lead them in passing each of the last 4 years.
But the thing about that, they all been seniors.
Yeah.
This one's a junior, so you hit the point.
So he can have that opportunity to
Yes.
be a multi-year guy in this system for John Lawson. Here's the handoff, bouncing outside. Richardson, running room for Richardson, shimmying up his way inside the 40, and a nice pickup there at the 39 for J.J. Richardson.
Henry County backed off a little bit, got out of the box, and Richardson, good play call, bounced it outside and showed his speed and his versatility.
15-yard pickup for J.J. Richardson, had 6 carries last week for 24 yards.
And he would have more carries last week if they did not get behind so fast.
Yeah, kind of forced to go through the air with that big deficit.
But this is how you bounce back. Henry County needs to get a stop and get off the field, and Lafayette needs to score.
Kondo, a very quick throw there, looking for his backup tailback, Harrison Stevens, off target.
And I was Lafayette was very lucky. The receiver down here in the low, Coleman, was moving, but the official didn't call it.
Kondo not quite as sharp here in the second quarter, but still overall a good first half for the quarterback who John Lawson, his head coach, said he's really kind of finding his voice. And got to give a lot of credit to this offensive line, too. John Lawson told me it's a very seasoned line. A little bit of miscommunication here. They were trying to bring a player on. Lafayette may have just called a timeout.
And they did.
Save the penalty there. They were trying to bring on Chase Fogle at the last moment, a senior tight end. But a little miscommunication. We'll take a break here. Timeout, Lafayette. Henry County trying to fight back in this game on Glycott.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Lafayette moving the ball inside the 40-yard line now of Henry County as we resume from the timeout with 2:27 to play here in the second quarter. So after the timeout, Lafayette will get the formation they want here with Kondo running the show for the Generals. Averaged 158 yards passing last year. They will go and keep on the ground. Flag coming out. This one probably is going to come back. A nice defensive stop that time for a big loss there on second down. So it was a nice tackle there by Ward, the quarterback.
Yeah, do you take the penalty, make it third down and long, or you move them back second and longer?
Because that'll be a 9-yard loss.
Yeah, I would decline to make it third down. Double change regardless.
There is a Henry County player shaking up a little bit. It's a defensive lineman.
And they did decline the penalty.
Levi Higdon getting a little tension. Now he'll go to the turf. Can't do that in college this year. It costs you a timeout.
Yeah, somebody got to explain that rule to me. And since you are the voice of EKU, you can explain it to college rule to me because I didn't understand it.
Well,
because somebody was truly hurt and they got penalized for being hurt.
Yeah, well, so for Levi Higdon's case, he was not 100%. He tried to fight through it, and I think realized at the last moment he couldn't. But the new rule in college this year is if a player goes down after the ball has been spotted, then it results in that team having to call a timeout.
Okay, so if you don't have
whether you're hurt or whether you're kind of faking it a little bit, it'll cost you a timeout. And I think you've seen some extreme cases in
Yeah,
the last couple of years. So,
well, I think that penalty, that rule is extreme.
Yeah.
Because last week I saw a kid, he was actually hurt. He couldn't roll himself off. But I guess you got to do what you got to do to clean it up. So it'll be 3rd and long, double chains. Look about 15, 16 yards for Lafayette.
3rd and 18 officially. Shotgun snap for Kondo, faking, throwing over the middle, caught by Coleman, and they will have the first down inside the 25. They've gone to that slant route again, Cisco.
I mean, it's sort of like they're pushing it, and the safeties are actually staying on the hash too much and not getting off. And after he breaks the seam, you got to jump in man because they're going to throw it to him, and they've done it the whole time. That's a big game for Lafayette, 18, 20 yards.
26-yard pickup for Colton Coleman that time, and they're right on the cusp of the red zone. Kondo looking near side, going back to the middle, and a nice acrobatic catch. No, wave it off. As Locklar almost scooped that one up. They say incomplete.
Yeah, the side judge gave him the catch. The back judge saw it better, and he said incomplete with a little help with the safety. But that stops the clock, slows it down a little bit, get Lafayette a chance, because they're going to pick on that middle. So something's got to be an adjust for Henry County at halftime, because I would just keep throwing that play.
This is the Lafayette team that ended 2024 with a lot of momentum.
Going 6-5.
And they won 5 of their last 7 games. So there was a lot of buildup for this Generals team. Seeing it here in week 2, Kondo pressured, throws on target, tipped, and it will be incomplete. Ward with the pass breakup.
But that showed his versatility right there. He was on the run, and I tell you what, he made me remind me of a former Henry Clay quarterback, Shane Boyd, on that. And when he was coming and throwing in, he showed a lot of arm right there.
He had to run for his life because Reagan Powell, the 5'11", 215-pound senior, was right there for the hurry. Henry County will bring off Riley Moore on the defensive line and bring on Jaden Nutter. Kondo, time to throw. Lobs, got his man, and he dropped it. Oh, my goodness. Right into the breadbasket of Locklar.
I mean, it was right there. Staying in the pocket. And, again, you said it earlier and brought it to everybody's attention. Now, O-line is giving him time to sit there, and that was his third look. That wasn't the first receiver he was looking for. So 4th and 10.
Noah Leon right there in the middle, the center, doing a nice job on the offensive line. You also have Mason Johnson causing a lot of time for Kondo to throw. Back up till back in. That's time trying to redeem himself, and he will. Who else? It's Cal Locklar for the touchdown. 20-yard strike, Kondo to Locklar, and that has been pure magic for the Generals tonight.
Right, ran that wheel route again on him and got it taken care of, and got in the end zone after a drop, came right back, got a touchdown.
(27-8),
and they
will fake the point after try, and it is all discombobulated as Makai Taylor got the carry, trying to go for 2 there. A little trickery, didn't work out for the Generals.
Trying to get that 8 points.
Makes it 27-8, Lafayette, and that's really big. Right before half, with 1:26 remaining, it looked like Henry County, if you're going on Uncle Mo's side, they had the momentum, and to score that 6 points, that touchdown there, really kind of sets the table back to the General side.
Right, and the biggest thing that coaches say, when you score, don't give it back to them. And basically what happened is Lafayette came down and scored, had an opportunity and took advantage of it. And I give Lafayette kids some credit. They didn't hold their head down on the drop pass on 3rd down, and then went to 4th down, and they scored on 4th down.
Cal Locklar, the touchdown, already 2 touchdowns tonight for Locklar. He had a 13-yard in the first quarter. This one going for 20. So now Henry County, when you look at their offense, this is not a team that, with how much they rely on the ground, not a team that you want to try to play a 2-minute offense through.
Right. And the biggest thing is the ball went in the end zone, can't run it out in high school. But the biggest thing about that is we keep talking about what they did, but those guys are gone.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So now they're trying to vent the wheel, like he said, wheel running team, and they started running the ball very heavily and got yours on it.
Just don't know if you can do that, needing to cover 75 yards in 86 seconds.
Not going to happen.
Not going to happen. More times than not. Unless you just go for broke here on the first play and have a big 75-yard run.
Well, Lafayette, it looks like they are, down below. He's in man. And they're looking for him to pass, and they
Ward rolling out. Finds his receiver, but dropped down on the far sideline. Trying for a quick strike, get out of bounds. Just could not haul it in that time. And they were intended for Ray. Ray's been a running back. He's been a tight end. He's been a receiver.
A blocker. I just love versatile kids. They can do many things. It just makes your football team much better.
So that took 4 seconds off the clock, 1:22 to work for Ward. He is hit and brought down. A quick throw out to the flat. It is caught. And we have a late tackle there.
And then a punch.
Did the play get blown dead? And this, if it did, then this will be a free play for Henry County.
Well, basically what happened was the receiver caught the ball on the ground, and then Lafayette guy came real late and hit him. And then he got up and pushed the Lafayette young man.
It was Bryson Becknell who had the late hit.
And it was late.
Very late. When you have a play like that, it makes me wonder, did the play get blown dead?
He called dead ball on both. They should offset. That's the right call. Because if the young man didn't retaliate on the hit, then they would have had 15 yards.
Gunnar Herrig, a receiver out there on the far sideline for us. Let's take one more look at it, Cisco. Here is, you see that little bit of flinch.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think I would. Their coach is Coach Wright is out there too, because he's sitting there going, "Wait a second, that is way late," and that's a reaction. But you can't have those reactions.
So now, after all that, it'll be 2nd down and 10 with 1:11 from the 20 now for Ward. Ward rolling out to his left. Wants to throw near side and well over the head of the intended receiver along the near side.
And is it another flag down?
We've had a lot of them. Yes, there is one down at the 11-yard line.
Roughing the passer on Lafayette. That's automatic first down.
If there is one focus that John Lawson will have in the locker room that he will not be happy with, it's got to be all the penalties in this first half. There's been a ton. There's been a plethora.
I think they're in double figures now.
And that goes basically as a huge pickup, and it stops the clock. Just inviting Henry County to get right back in it. Score here. It's a 2-possession game again. Ward rolling out to his right. Throws a pass that is intercepted. Yes, it is.
By Lafayette.
Intercepted by Lafayette. What a play defensively by the Generals. Having his 2nd interception of the game, Zion Harmon.
And he was going to keep the ball. They had to ask for it back.
Maybe after the game, Zion, you can keep it. 2 interceptions in the first half for Harmon.
One went for a touchdown.
He may get the game ball. He just needs to wait till we finish play. And now you have 61 seconds for Lafayette to try to go 48 yards or at least get in field goal range for Grants.
Well, I don't think they're going to sit on it because the pass has been working and the middle's been wide open. So Lafayette and a little bobble snap. Did he get it back?
Kondo tried to bounce back on it.
And he got it back.
He did, just barely.
Yeah, they was looking to go down the seam again.
Jaden Nutter almost creating a turnover for Henry County.
Clock is rolling.
And now it may just be get into field goal range for Grants. He netted a 40-yarder last week. Up-tempo offense. Kondo finds his man. That is Locklar. He got out of bounds just shy of midfield. Clock stopped with 34 seconds.
They got a lot of receivers that can catch the football. They don't throw the ball to the tight end as much, and that's a little surprising because Taylor's not bad.
It's mostly been Locklar and Coleman tonight.
Yes.
Ball right at midfield now. Kondo, three-step drop, slant over the middle. Caught and running room for Locklar. He's already been to the end zone multiple times, and he will get stopped inside the 5 on that try. A pickup of 45 yards for Locklar. You have a timeout, Henry County.
Well, their guys were still behind the line, and Lafayette was getting ready to snap it.
Big strike there by Kondo. Yeah, you had big defensive lineman Ben Littrell trying to race back to the line of scrimmage. That pass not completely on target, but a nice adjustment by Locklar.
I think that's how come he got it open, because the DB was actually going where the ball was supposed to go.
He almost had a first half hat trick.
Yes.
He had a 13-yard touchdown catch in the first quarter, a 20-yard touchdown catch earlier in this frame, and almost went for big yardage that play. They will mark him down at the 2-yard line. So officially it'll be a 48-yard pickup. Now with 25 seconds, you have a timeout. Henry County, back-to-back timeouts for the Wildcats.
And if Lafayette does not get in, they still have one timeout remaining.
That's a really good point, Cisco. And that affords you the chance to run a play or do a quick pass in the middle of the field. What do you think they go to here?
I would quarterback draw right up the middle.
Draw.
I mean, because, again, if you don't get it, call timeout. But the pass has been wide open, so that's what makes you contradict yourself, because you've really dominated in the passing tree right now.
This is Gio Kondo's show now, after we told you a lot of quarterback turnover for Lafayette over the last couple of seasons. They had Tanner Pace 2019-2020, Stephen Dahlhair in 2021, Matt King in 2022. Year after that, DJ Walker, and then we told you earlier, Ransom Payton, the quarterback last year.
Wow.
So a lot of signal callers over the years for the Generals, the last half decade. Last year it was
he's on the center. I'm sorry. He's on the center.
Pass-heavy offense. 5th and 6A in passing yards per game. Will they go on the ground here? Kondo through the air, caught and dropped. It will be an incomplete pass. They were trying to get it to Grants. No, make that Richardson. And it was caught at the 1 and then dropped loose. So that actually may work out for Lafayette. It gives you a arrested clock.
And you still get your timeout.
Still have the timeout left.
I'm a little bit surprised on that play call. I mean,
Harrison Stevens, the backup tailback, in as they bring out Makai Taylor, the 6-foot tight end. Look at this formation. Kondo all alone. They will have 5 wide, 3 to the near side. Kondo looking, time. Over the middle, bobbled, and it is incomplete.
We're both waiting for the officials to let us know something. They were both just staring and incomplete. They had like 3 receivers in the same area, so I'm pretty sure that was not designed for that.
It first looked that Locklar got a touch on it. Then, after the deflection, looked like Henry County may have a chance for an interception.
Right, but they had 3 receivers right in the same area, and 2 back-to-back passing plays down here in the goal line.
See if they go ground here. This is 3rd down. You remember, you still have that timeout left. May go on the ground here.
Nope.
No, they'll go through the air, and a slant route incomplete.
And they late flag.
Intended
pass interference
for Locklar. It was Clark in coverage.
And I think they caught him from going over the back.
So that will move the ball half the distance, so from the 2 to the 1.
And again, it is not an automatic first down, so it's still 3rd down.
So 11.8 seconds remaining.
I'm really surprised they haven't tried to run it.
Been all pass here inside the 5. Will they follow the same script? Kondo claps.
Yep.
Looking far side. Got his man, and it is caught. Touchdown, J.J. Richardson.
And he said, I got this, Coach Bryant. I got this. We're going to throw it, and we're going to get it in the end zone.
He had an interception last week on defense. This week, how about a touchdown for the junior? So what a first half for the Generals. A lot of offense on the board. That was a very quick strike. How about Kondo tonight in this first half? 4 passing touchdowns for Kondo. And why not? Another flag.
Another flag. And Henry County lined up in the neutral zone. So that's automatically in high school. You can't go back.
Well, it looked like they declined the penalty.
You are correct. They did.
A lot of times you see that, you accept it, and then they wind up going for 2. But Grants on to attempt the point after. Jackson Grants, junior, currently ranked number 1 academically in his class.
Wow.
Locklar to hold. Kick is on the way, and true.
Nice job by Locklar. The ball was high, brought it down, no problem. Put it on the tee, put it up in as usual.
Jackson Grants has been busy. It's not been the kind of the night we thought we'd call him on offense, but he's been busy as a kicker, converting all those extra point tries. And with 34-8 now, with just shy of 7 seconds left, this has got to be really positive signs for John Lawson and his team after that second half last week.
Right, when he said that they fixed some stuff. Still need to fix the penalties, but they fixed some stuff and they're doing what they need to do. And what I like about it is Henry County is giving them the pass and they're doing the pass. Obviously, the ball's on the 2 and you pass 4 straight times.
And if you really add up the numbers, it really was one bad quarter. It was kind of separated by the third quarter and the fourth quarter, but 12 minutes and 25 seconds, Collins scored 35 of their 49 points.
Right.
So it really equates to one bad quarter. Low line drive kick here. And it'll be fielded at the 8. Taking it is Clark. Clark trying to find some holes to bounce through. And just shy of the 25-yard line, Clark will be stopped with 0.3 of a second, and they'll just say that is the end of the first half. What a first half of play by the Generals of Lafayette. in their second home game of the year. A lot to like if you're a Generals fan here from this first half, Cisco.
Yeah, very much so. They did what their will, and I haven't seen Gio Kondo actually run the ball. He doesn't have to. Richardson, JJ is not either. They just every now and then got an opportunity to run, but he's been passing it, and they've been doing a great job. Receivers dropped a few, but they made a lot of great catches.
It's been the Kondo, Locklar, and Coleman law firm for the Generals here in this first half. We'll take a timeout, bring in the halftime report when we return on Glycon.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational, solid career path.
Rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
With Fast Signs, see the visual possibility in your business. See it in lights and flags, on a van, in metal, on the floor, in color. With signs and graphics, you can say anything, do anything, be anything. So make your statement. With your masterful team of visual marketing experts, anything is possible. Fast Signs. Make your statement.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Man O' War Harley-Davidson, your 100% Kentucky-owned and operated Harley-Davidson motorcycle dealership at 2073 Bryant Road in Lexington.
Back here at Ishmael Stadium at Lafayette High School in Lexington. Alongside the coach Cisco Bryant, my name is Wes Chandler, and we have arrived at halftime. And it has been Lafayette in cruise control so far through the first 24 minutes of the game. 34-8, they lead it over Henry County as we have arrived at halftime. And Cisco, for Lafayette, we told you earlier we thought we saw a lot of progression by them in week 1 and week 2, and that's usually where you see a lot of progression the most in a season. But the comfortability of Kondo in the pocket has just been on another level than what it was last week.
Well, I think you said it best to me is the offensive line is giving him much time, and which is a plus to show his ability, because any quarterback's got ability. If you give him a little time, they're going to hurt you.
Yeah, and he's struck with a couple of receivers. We'll get to our stats here in just a little bit later on in this halftime report. Offensive line has had a big day. Kondo has had a big day. When you look at the offense as a whole, it's been a lot of success for the Generals on offense. There is one bit of a concern right now. If you are Lafayette, it's double-digit penalties, and you'll want to eclipse that and make that better in the second half. That's probably something that John Lawson is preaching in his locker room huddle right now, as the Generals up comfortably right now over Henry County, but still not over, 34-8. Let's go on the other side. For Henry County, their lone score, and we'll get the scoring summary a little bit later on in our halftime report as well. Their lone scoring opportunity, the lone score of the game for Henry County, came after Lafayette tried to fake a punt and was brought down at the 1-yard line. So basically kind of a touchdown created by a mistake by Lafayette. Henry County, their running game just has not got going, sans the one drive where they motored down the field and then got stopped at the, looked like we thought he was in the end zone, and then multiple penalties backed them up to the 15, the 20, and they could not score after that. But minus that one drive, Cisco, this running game for Henry County has just not been able to replicate that same type of success that they've had for the last couple of years.
And that's been kind of frustrating for Henry County, because that's what they rely on, is the running game. They don't rely on the passing game. And then they had a little spurt there, and like I said, we thought he got in, but the momentum is definitely on Lafayette of stopping the run now, so they not have to worry about that much.
And Henry County, and correct me if I'm wrong in saying this, when you're a running team, it's not the team you want to have to play from behind. Because when you play from behind, more times than not, you have to pass. So it's probably not the recipe that they want right now.
Right, and that was, if you think about it, down the road from Lexington, that was Scott County's thing. They always got out in front. Henry County gets out in front. They take the clock. But with that said, right now it's going to be kind of tough for them to get back into this 34-8 ball game.
Well, here it is, 34-8, like Cisco said. Tonight's scoreboard is presented by Don Franklin Auto, driven by family. You see some of the scores from around the area getting ready to populate onto your screen here as the Generals out in front of the Wildcats here at intermission. When Cisco and I return, we'll continue our breakdown here of the first half as you're watching high school football on Glycod.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Leaves and other dirt and grime are no match against the experts at Sunshine Pools, your BioGuard dealer. Weekly service, computerized water testing, or just need advice. Our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit us today for a full line of BioGuard swimming pool products. Sunshine Pools.
Hey, who turned out the lights? Hello?
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
We're here to hear what's on your mind. Take this time to talk and get it right. You know I'll be there all your life. When you need me, I'll be by your side.
Little everyday conversations about the dangers of underage drinking can make a big difference in a child's life. Talk, they hear you.
Proudly based in Jessamine County, R.J. Corman Railroad Group has been serving North America's railroad industry since 1973. Find out more by visiting rjcorman.com. For high-quality railroad service, it's R.J. Corman.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Cartown Kia in Nicholasville, movement that inspires, and by Carpenter's Local 1650. Build your winning career today.
Along with Coach Cisco Bryant, my name is Wes Chandler here as we're bringing you high school football on Glycod. Halftime at Lafayette High School, Ishmael Stadium, and it is 34-8 Generals on top of the Wildcats. And Cisco, you've got the stat sheet in your hand right now, and does it heavily favor Lafayette like what we witnessed in the first half?
Well, it heavily favors them with the score as well. Rushing yards, you're looking at Lafayette really only rushed the ball, it looks like, net of 10 yards because they don't have to run it. Basically, they're keeping it on the throwing it in the air for 272 yards. That's their total offensive plays, 34 plays, 26 plays, and 75 yards for Henry County. And as I look down the stats, the only thing that matters in 8 possessions, 14. Henry County has 14 minutes and 34 seconds, and Lafayette 9 minutes and 26 seconds in that quarter. So with that said, it just shows you that they're making Lafayette is doing what they're supposed to do. They're scoring when they got the ball. We can go through the stats and say this and that. The bottom line is it has to do with passing as of right now, because right now it looks like that Gio is on his passing game, and I said it in the first half. You're running a cover 2 and you're leaving the middle wide open, so you got to change something if you are Henry County.
And that's where a bunch of those slant routes have come into play so far. Was it 271 yards through the air for Kondo?
Yes.
Yeah. 16 of 28 in the accuracy department, 271 yards. 4 touchdowns. He's already got 2 receivers over 100 yards.
And his longest pass has been 56 yards, but it's just funny that the adjustment of Henry County didn't make. And I keep saying that because as a defensive guy, you got to make that adjustment because they're picking them apart.
Yeah, and looking on the other side, we told you about how successful this running game has been for Henry County. 251 yards last week on the ground. You have a combined all yardage by Henry County has been on the ground.
Yes.
They've only attempted 5 passes in the first half. No completions via the air for Henry County. So everything that they've got and what has been limited has been on the ground.
Well, the passing, they threw 3 times when they was trying to move the ball up the field a couple of times on a pass play. So basically they only threw the ball twice we got under 1 minute and 36 seconds.
All right, we'll take our final timeout here of halftime. When we come back, we'll bring you the scoring summary on Glycod.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give Rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
We're big fans here in Kentucky of great savings at Cartown Kia.
Score 1.9% financing on select new Kia models like 2026 Kia Sportage. Or win with 0% on 2025 Kia Sorento and Sportage.
Our team is here for your team at Cartown Kia.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Football on Glycod.
Alongside the coach Cisco Bryant, my name is Wes Chandler. At halftime, before we begin the third quarter, let's bring you all the scoring in this first two frames here from Ishmael Stadium. Started off with the defense getting involved. It was Zion Harmon making an interception return for a touchdown right around 20 yards after Henry County got their first offensive possession, and it was because of a quarterback pressure where the quarterback, had to force the throw a little bit quicker than he liked, picked off by Harmon. Harmon going for the interception return for a touchdown. Jackson Grant's extra point good, making it 7-0 Generals. And then the first of 4 touchdown passes through the air by Gio Kondo, the first of many by Cole Locklar in this first half as well, first of 2. This one coming 13-yard variety, extra point by Grants, making it 14-0 Lafayette. Grants, after making the point after, would get involved through the air the next time. 25-yard touchdown catch by Grants from Gio Kondo. The extra point by Grants would be successful as well. 21-0 right out of the gate for the Generals. Then Henry County got the ball. They were storming their way down the field. We thought he got in, but they said he did not. Ball got put back because of some penalties. Got it all the way to 4th and goal. Stopped. Lafayette got the ball back. Then they couldn't muster up much offensively in that drive. Go for a fake punt where Henry County brings down Grants at the 1-yard line. That sets up the Wildcats for their only score of the first half, a 1-yard touchdown run by Jason Ray. They would go for 2, and it would be a success, making the 2-point conversion try Blade Boyer on a pass from Wyatt Ward. It was 21-8, and you could start to feel a little momentum going toward the Wildcats side. But Gio Kondo said, I'll take momentum back on my side. He finds Cal Locklar, 20-yard touchdown pass. They go for 2. It was no good. 27-8 Generals. And then one more for good measure for Gio Kondo in the first half. His 4th touchdown through the air. This time he finds J.J. Richardson on a 2-yard catch, and the extra point by Grants, making it 34-8. That is a look at your first half scoring summary presented by Carpenter's Local 1650. Build your winning career today. Visit carpenters.com for more information. A lot of Kondo connections in that first half.
A whole lot. He's spreading the ball around, and it's been, he actually would have more yards if they didn't have drops.
Yeah.
Because there's been a few times that they was going to go the distance of 34 or more yards long down the field. But I still, it goes right back to the one thing that Lafayette has to fix back-to-back weeks, and that is penalties. They're getting them at the wrong time. When you start playing teams that's a little bit tough and the game's close, then that's going to come back and haunt you.
And something else we did not mention, we told you the interception return for a touchdown by Zion Harmon. Later in the first half, he also had another interception.
Yes.
This was not returned for a touchdown, but it's been a 2-interception half for Harmon for the Generals as well.
Well, passing the ball for Henry County is not really worked out for him. So, but again, we said it in the beginning, everything that they do, they run the football. That's what they do. That's what the coach said in the pregame in your interview toward them, that they run the football. And so now we're going to see what they're going to do in the second half based on what they are used to doing.
Scoreboard can dictate that, it's for certain. This is the 3rd straight year that these two are facing off on the gridiron. Henry County won 34-0 back in 2023. And then last year, 364 days ago, if you want to be exact, these two teams met. Henry County took down Lafayette 27-7, but so far it has been a different script here in this first half.
Well, taking advantage of all the miscues of Henry County and Lafayette, and that's what happened last week against Lafayette. Collins took advantage of every little mishap and stuck it in the end zone, took the momentum.
When you look at Lafayette last year, they had 151 yards of total offense in their loss to Henry County last year for the game. At halftime, they set 272 yards.
Wow.
121 more yards in the first half than they did all year last year against Henry County.
Well, I mean, Coach John Lawson said it in his pregame talk that we fixed some stuff, we did this, we're going to do this, and his babies are definitely making him look good as a coach.
That is for certain. Minus the penalties. Probably not too happy about the penalties.
Yeah, it's been a few times he's been out there with the white hat, and normally they don't allow you to come off the sideline as a coach, so he must have a pretty decent argument because he's been in the middle of the field talking to him.
Jackson Grants will set the tee up and kick this one away as we get you set for the third quarter of action.
Well, I'm going to say this before he kicks off. I have to give the band some credit. As we were talking at halftime, I was watching the Lafayette band, and they always put on a show.
They're serious about it over here.
They put on a great show at halftime.
Expecting a short kick, and this time it'll actually be probably the best kick of the night by Grants. Taken inside the end zone, or right at the end zone by Clark, and he will get shy of the 20-yard line.
Now, that one would have went in the end zone.
Yeah.
So I guess he said, well, let me catch it and get it out to the 18th, it looks like.
So we'll see what adjustments Matt Wright in his 9th season make as a head coach. 13th season overall for Wright on the sidelines. Began at Beth Haven in 2008, then on to Fairdale in 2013 through 15, and then hired at Henry County in 2017. It's been at Henry County multiple stints. He was an assistant here from 06 to 08, and then he returned as the softball head coach back in 2010. First play in the second half, and a good play right out of the gate past the sticks as they get the running game working with Clark on the carry.
Well, Clark's a young, is that the freshman? Yes. The young freshman,
yeah,
and he's came out and said, okay, we're going to run this one. Because I look at a whole lot of run now, because right now you're just trying to keep your momentum for next week or to finish the game up strong.
He only had one carry in that first half. And illegal procedure here.
Outside Lafayette. What happened is it looked like they wanted Henry County to think they were in a 3-4, and he jumped down, but he didn't realize how close he was to the line of scrimmage. And so again, in high school, you cannot go back if you break the line of scrimmage.
It's one of those you just want to have a rewind button. So let me back it up here. Give me a mulligan.
Yes.
QB keeper, Ward, tucks, runs, gets inside the 40, but this one will be coming back.
Got a hold on Henry County.
That offensive line for the Wildcats guilty of the infringement that time. Reagan Powell, one of the offensive linemen up there. Center Brax Woods. He's the bulkiest of all the offensive linemen on a team that is virtually kind of small all the way through 1 through 36. Woods packs the most punch there.
Well, we noticed that when they were getting dressed when we were doing an interview, not very big. They play hard, though. They definitely play hard. And so, like you said, he's one of the ones that's got a little weight on him.
It's been a very successful stint, especially the first half of last year for Henry County. Didn't end the way they wanted it to last year. Ward out of the shotgun. It'll be first down and 14 from the 27-yard line. And Ward, a 3-yard pickup there on that run. This is a team in Henry County last year They had a lot of running yards for Ray Matthews. Graduated last season, ran for over 1,400 yards and had 20 touchdowns. They gave the ball to him a lot, averaged 21 carries per game. He was the 4A District 4 Player of the Year last year and now playing for Lindsey Wilson. Met right past the line of scrimmage, a pickup of 1. A double-team tandem there by the Generals' defensive line. Michael Miles, one of those right there in the mix.
Yeah, Michael got off the ball. Miles got off the ball very well and slant down and stayed down and came down and made the tackle.
The Wildcats going for their 4th straight 2-0 start, but they are going to have to make up a lot of room on the scoreboard.
Here's a pass.
Baking pass, and the first pass completion of the game for the Wildcats, and it goes through the air to Trevor Coffey.
Harmon made the tackle. Coffey, great catch. The ball was down by his knees and scooped it up. And did he get the first down?
I believe they're going to mark him just short. Yeah, 3rd and inches. Coffey with 2 receptions for 28 yards last week. Also had a touchdown.
They gave it to him. They gave him the first down. I guess they did that computer thing like the NFL because they didn't bring the chains out. So the Whitehead gave him the first down.
There you go. First offensive possession here in the 3rd quarter for the Wildcats. Lafayette scoring the first 21 points of the game. Run up the middle. Goes for about 2.5. As they got the ball into the hands of, it was the QB keeper actually, Wyatt Ward. Multi-sport athlete at Henry County, also plays baseball.
Gotta love that game.
Had 8 hits last year.
They're firing off the ball. There's no quit. There's no quit.
8.5 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Henry County trying to get back in this game. Quick 3-step drop in. It's intercepted.
Do it right to him.
3rd interception of the game for Lafayette, and Jackson Grant is going to take it in.
That's
Take it in, Jackson Grant. He's going to get penalized for celebration.
Yeah, he looked back, held the ball up, and you just can't do that in 2025. And I don't know the high school rule. I know the college had the rule. If you did it, it stopped right there. And I think they took that out. But the high school, I don't think, because they're talking about it.
If it stands, it'll be a 43-yard interception return for a touchdown by Jackson Grant.
Well, just watching the body language of Lafayette, it looks like that it's going to be put down because they're pointing back. I didn't know the high school had that rule.
And a lot of that was caused because of QB pressure that actually hit the arm of Wyatt Ward, forcing the ball to be thrown off target. And Grants has been ejected. Jackson Grants has been ejected from this game.
Yeah.
Remember when he scored the 25-yard touchdown on this end, he chucked the ball. So I wonder if that's his second, should be his second unsportsmanlike of the game.
Gone.
And so he's gone.
And the thing is, people got to know, coaches or players got to remind you of that. You can't get another one. And high school put that in a couple years ago, or maybe a little bit longer. But
well, Jackson Grant, such an immense talent for Lafayette. And you just got to have the cerebral sense to not do that.
Yeah, but by rule, I don't know what Lafayette coaches are complaining about. By rule, you can't. If you get 2 of them, you're gone. That's the rule.
And on that one, he kind of put it in reverse and did a little taunting there with the ball. So the touchdown does stand. Lafayette will go for 2, and it is unsuccessful. So a little bit of fireworks, literally and figuratively, here at Ishmael Stadium. 40-8, Lafayette adds to the lead. We're going to take a break here on Glycott.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Football on Glycod.
Here at Ishmael Stadium as the Lafayette Generals add to their lead 40-8 over the Henry County Wildcats. If you own a business and would like to find out more about corporate partnerships on Glycod and our free-to-watch high school athletics platform, please drop us a note at info@glycod.com.
Well, we was talking during the break. You got to know better than not to do that. You can't do that, and I even said it pre. That's a penalty.
Yeah.
You can't do it. He started celebrating at the 10, and you just can't do that. To score and get your love on the sideline.
It kind of halts what has been a pretty good night for Jackson Grants. He had a 25-yard touchdown catch earlier, 43-yard interception return for a touchdown. Got the extra points working. So now Lafayette has to go to a new kicker, and the kick was not as deep as they wanted it to. They go to a new kicker this time, and it was Sadina Ndiaye.
Sadina Ndiaye, he kicked it high in the air, but it didn't go very far.
A lot of hang time, but not a lot of distance.
Looked like a punt.
Remember watching those games in the NFL, especially in the late 90s when they had the hang time counter on it? Whatever happened to that?
I don't know.
I love that thing.
I mean, because that's what everybody wanted to do, and it gave the pursuit team time to get down the field because the ball was so far up in the air. People think deep is good. No, get it up in the air and let that gunner get down there.
Let your
now you got to replace him. You got to replace him now on defense and offense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Henry County with great field position here in the infancy stages of the third quarter. Handoff, Clark bouncing it outside. He's butchered down at midfield.
Yeah, you can tell that they're used to, but they can't get any success on the run, and that's what they're used to because every time they pass it, it doesn't turn out good. And but this is a very young team. Like we said earlier, 5 seniors, a lot of sophomores, the receivers, and they look like sophomores.
Ward will hand off. Ray gets met right at the 42-yard line. Pickup of 9. And we'll get a stoppage of play here. I think we got an injured Wildcat. We do. And it is a injured Henry County player, and that is Jason Ray. Looks like he's trying to walk it off. Ray, like many of his teammates, both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
Running back, linebacker. And he's got his helmet off going over to the sideline. Got hit right above the shoulders there, and don't see a lot of targeting, especially at this level, but it was right on the borderline. Very high hit there by General's defense on that time.
And plus he got bent back as well, so that sort of didn't help him at all.
Body's not supposed to contort that way.
No. At least mine don't.
Mine barely works sometimes. Wants to go somewhere, but not. Speaking of going somewhere, here's Wyatt Ward. He gets inside the 35. Be brought down at the 34.
That's a little positive yards.
Pickup of 7.
Yeah, got him the first down. First down, the Wildcats.
So at this point, you're down 32 if you're Henry County. Is it at that stage where you just want to continue to play your style? You don't want to try to do something you're not successful at?
Well, I think to me, the thing is they're not close to being successful today passing the ball. So I would stay with my game plan and run
Stick to your strengths.
And if it works out, it works out. But
Clark brought down at the line of scrimmage. It is Kendon Wilson.
Because the biggest thing with the Wildcats is trying to get out of here with saying a little momentum, just like Lafayette did last week. Just get a little momentum and fix the stuff you need to fix. But I just think in this case, it happened to throw the football is something they didn't do very well today at. Let me put it that way.
This reminder, if you're just tuning us in, this is a extremely young team in Henry County. Only 5 seniors, only 36 players on their roster total. Here's a quick throw over the middle, slant route dropped. A little bit behind their intended receiver, Blade Boyer, who has a 2-point try, successful on the night.
Yeah, and if he caught that one, if he put it on target, he had a good chance to get it down at least to the 10, maybe in the end zone. So they're going to keep trying to mix it up. I'll give them credit for that.
So now you're 3rd and long here, 3rd down and basically 10. Long 9. And the passing game has not been there for the Wildcats. Only the 1 completion. They'll try to get a second one there, but it's bobbled and low throw there as they were trying to set up the screen, it looked like.
Yeah, and the lineman was out there on the screen because Lafayette guys did not come down the line on the screen. So he had a chance to make it 4th and so-and-so. Now it's 4th and 10.
Yeah,
4th and 9.
From the 34-yard line. They will go for it here.
Guess we start looking for Lafayette to make some subs.
Time to throw. They set up the screen. 4th down and 10. Trying to get to the sticks, and Lafayette wraps him up. Clark, the
another flag.
Catch. Another flag. It was right at the tail end of the play.
And he threw it high. Lafayette players open their hands up.
Kendon Wilson back on the defensive line for the Generals as they'll take Wes Chenault out.
Well, Lafayette's backing up, so it must be on them. The officials are still discussing it.
And that's got to be a very frustrating foul if it is on the Generals.
Well, it takes away a little bit of momentum, all these penalties, because actually, besides the penalties, they played very well, Lafayette, offensively and defensively. Long discussion.
Your referee tonight, Liam Tobin.
Oh, he waved it off. So now
so it'll be a turnover on downs as the Generals defense holds. Turnover on downs. So the Generals have 3 interceptions and now a turnover on downs. Well, 2 turnovers on downs, correct?
Yes.
So talking a lot about the Lafayette offense and how explosive it has been, rightfully so, but this Lafayette defense
has been
really strong too.
Yeah, very strong today. Very strong.
They allowed just shy of 20 points per game last year. Virtually even in what they scored and what they gave up. So the Generals will take over 1st down and 10 from the 27-yard line. Kondo still in, handoff up the middle. Running room for Tristan Simpson. He's getting to midfield, tiptoeing the sideline, and a huge pickup there for Tristan Simpson, his first carry.
Well, here's the thing is that even Simpson did it. He took the ball and slammed it to the ground. The official could have threw that. They don't understand you can't do that anymore. You got to just hand the football to the official or put it down.
It'll be a 29-yard pickup for Tristan Simpson.
I know they get excited, so I can appreciate that. They get excited about it. Getting in the game and getting a few yards.
Why not?
Putting it up.
Screen. Caught. Richardson, he has a touchdown inside the 30. Spinning his way up for extra yardage. Barreled down at the 26.
I would love to see him in space. He's holding his hamstring right now, his right hamstring. But he's limping back in the huddle, so he's good.
16-yard pickup via the air for Richardson. Kondo now over 300 yards passing.
Well, he still got those bright shoes on again, back-to-back weeks.
It's all about the fashion, Cisco.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little swag, I guess.
What's the old adage? Look good, feel good, play good.
Yes. He's got some talent on him. You can tell that.
Had an interception last week. Touchdown here tonight. Kondo. Fake. Wrapped up and brought down.
I think that was a quarterback keep on that one, and they read it very well.
It was Reagan Powell. He was not letting loose, holding on for dear life. Nice play.
Because Kondo is not a small young person to get down, so you're going to have to wrap him up and step on his toes to get him down. So
he stands at 5'10", 155. I think that
bigger.
is not entirely accurate.
Yeah,
if you're asking me, yeah.
He looks bigger than that. That might be his freshman weight.
Yeah. That'll bring up 2nd down and 17 from the 34-yard line. Kondo fires a missile, far sideline, adjusting in midair and incomplete. He was intending for a wide receiver, Brody Alt. Seeing a little bit more depth being taken step by step by John Lawson right here. This one coming as a receiver, an Alt.
Third and 17. And I guess he'll put it up in the air again. Richardson is still in.
Is this where you have 2 plays in mind and just get 8-10 yards here and make 4th down more manageable? Kondo sets up the screen. Caught by Alt. Running room for Alt. Inside the 20. 15. Lowers his shoulder down at the 11. There is a flag down. And this one may be coming back.
An eligible man downfield.
Yep. Offensive lineman.
What they did is
they faked too over aggressive.
They faked the screen left and ran a backside screen, which is a very good call, but that lineman's got to stay on the line of scrimmage. It took a while to develop, and so that's where the an eligible man downfield. They get 2.5, 3 yards.
Kondo will now have it 3rd down and a very long distance.
Looks like 3rd and 22.
Yeah. Trying to count it up here. 3rd down and 22.
Oh, I cheated. I looked at the scoreboard.
Oh. You just shouldn't have told me that. Make me sound like you know what you're doing. Here's another quick screen. Caught. Pass complete by Simpson. He'll get brought down just shy of the 20-yard line. And that's a really good pickup on 3rd down, knowing you probably have 2 plays here to get that 1st down.
Well, you mentioned that earlier. Would they go for it? And I felt like they would regardless, because right now they got the momentum and you're working on stuff. So
So 4th down and 7 after the 15-yard pickup. Lafayette scores a touchdown here. We'd get a running clock. And movement up front.
Offsides Wildcats, Henry County. They went on a double snap. So still 4th down, should be 4th and 2.
And in a close game like this, if this was a close game, this would probably be a situation where you see Jackson Grants.
Yes. Yes.
If you're just joining us, second unsportsmanlike, and he has been tossed for the remainder of the game.
And both of them were touchdowns.
Yeah, celebrating touchdowns.
Celebrating touchdowns. And one, he threw the football, and the other one, he raised it up and was celebrating 10 yards before he got in the end zone. And those things are fixable. That's just a young person doing something, and Coach Lawson will direct it, and he'll have it down. So Lafayette looks like they're going to call a timeout on 4th and 1.
And we'll take it with them. 2:05 remaining here in the third.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
You have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Football on Glycod.
2:05 to play here in the third quarter. It'll be 4th down for Lafayette coming out of this timeout. And General scoring the first 21 points of the game before Henry County got on the board with a 1-yard touchdown run. And then after that, the next 19 have been scored by the Generals. Looking to add to it here. It'll be 4th down and 1 from the 17-yard line. Locklar goes in motion, flush from the pocket. Kondo has to run, buys himself some time, fires a rainbow, and that ball is going to be dropped, or not dropped, but well covered defensively by Henry County.
Well, he got his hands on it to catch it. Coleman, good job of going up and getting it, and the DB just knocked it out of his hand. So both places, and interesting play call on 4th and 1.
Yeah, it was.
A rollout pass.
Going for the end zone, yeah.
Yeah, I would have just powered it and got the first down and kept going. But
maybe working on something for the future.
Yes, yes.
The Wildcats will take over on the turnover on downs. And we have a timeout. Henry County. Minute 55. So we'll keep it right here. The Wildcats told you about their running back that graduated last year. They also had a dual threat quarterback last year in Morgan Nelson, who ran for almost 700 yards as well, rushed for 10 touchdowns. He's continuing to play college football at Franklin College, but they converted him to a defensive back.
Well, that's what the coach was talking about earlier as well, because that kid was very versatile. Mm-hmm. So he knew he couldn't go his future dad. So, I mean, that's a lot of weapons that the Wildcats lost last year coming to this year. And plus, again, we said it many times before, 5 seniors.
Yeah.
And it's pretty tough to really roll with that, with 5 seniors.
They lost Nelson. They lost Matthews. They also lost their top receiver, Brandon McCollum, who had 32 catches last year. He's also playing college football at Lindsey Wilson.
That just shows you how versatile they were last year. Very good team, very good athlete. But these kids got a chance, too, because they're mostly all sophomores and juniors.
Clark, tailback. It'll be a keeper, and nice wrap-up there defensively by Lafayette.
Well, and that's the difference as he's slowly getting up. But that's the difference. In 2 years from now, he's a senior. He's going to give a stiff arm, and it's going to be different. It's going to be different.
Jake Jacobs with a nice wrap-up, and we have a stop and another timeout. It's been a lot of stoppages in this one.
Well, I think because he took so long getting up, they granted him a official timeout, and he went off the field.
Had to come off the field for a play?
For a play, yes. Because Lafayette came over to the sideline. They called him back real fast, so it was official timeout to get him off the field.
Blade Boyer had that last carry. So they'll bring on a new tailback, Colin Sloan, a freshman.
Another one.
Ward out of the shotgun. Quick pass and intercepted. The 4th in the night for Lafayette. Inside the 20, trying to bust an edge, and it will be out at the 1.
He tried to get it in.
He tried. Darion Jones.
Darion Jones. He was definitely looking for the end zone.
18-yard interception return by Darion Jones. And this Lafayette defense just causing turnover after turnover after turnover. And that is their 6th.
And they're not just intercepting, they're returning them.
Yeah.
They're returning them. And that's the first time I ever saw the Wildcats, any player put their head down or anything. And they're a little frustrated right now, but they're standing tall and they're waiting for Lafayette to come out, and the ball's on the 1. First and goal to go for the Generals.
That sets them up in about as good a field position as you can possibly get.
Now, again, I wonder if they're going to pass the ball.
Yeah, we saw that a couple times. New quarterback in.
Yeah.
Handoff. Tailback. Easy score for the Generals. This time getting the ball was Tyree Richardson, the freshman, scoring for the first time in his high school career. 1-yard touchdown run by Tyree Richardson. New quarterback was Braden Dameron on that play.
Wearing jersey number 17. He's a tall young man. I got him listed 6'2", 175 senior.
And again, their usual kicker has been ejected from the game, so they have to go for 2 here because you don't really have a true weapon that you can rely on. And we now have a running clock. So with 15 seconds to play, the Generals will go for 2. Dameron back to pass, and it is picked off. Picked off by Henry County. The ball is blown dead immediately there. You can't return it in high school. And that will be the final play of the third quarter, with Lafayette creating some turnovers this entire game. And the Generals are going to get their first win here in 2025. We still got a whole nother quarter to play, but we'll bring it to you on Glycott.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Need a tow? Martin's Peterbilt Towing Service is here 24/7. Based in London and Pikeville, we will travel to you. Commercial trucks and trailers, no job too big. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Football on Glycod.
(46-8). Lafayette in control. Here's we start the fourth quarter alongside Coach Cisco Bryant. I'm Wes Chandler. It's been a game of spurts for Generals. They scored the first 21. Lone touchdown coming in the second quarter by Lafayette. And then after that, the 2-point try successful, 21-8. And then the next rampage coming by the Generals, the next 25 points, all scored by Lafayette. Kondo has had a sensational day, over 300 yards passing, 303 to be exact. 4 touchdowns through the air.
And again, a short kick. They don't realize he called for a fair catch, and you can do that as long as the ball don't hit the ground first. So you can call for a fair catch, so you don't have to worry about somebody running through you. So good play by that. And Henry Clay, Kondo, wow, Gino, a different look of 1 week makes 7 days. So we got a continuous clock, but it's in the favor of Lafayette this time.
He was 7 of 19 through the air for 82 yards last week.
Right. And that's redemption.
That's the definition of it.
He looked very poised. He looked like he knew, and you could see it in the first series because he was telling receivers where to go and where to line up, and that's what a general does.
Literally and figuratively.
Yes, very much.
Clark will get the carry this time for the Wildcats. Short pickup of 1.
Looks like a lot of subs for Lafayette in the secondary.
Offensive lineman a little slow getting up for Henry County. That is Levi Higdon, but he'll be all right. You got a lot of subs in there now for Lafayette defensively. Nate Logan, defensive lineman, a senior in there. New quarterback in for Henry County. As you'll see, Kason McAllister for the first time. He has to be forced to throw one well past the sideline of Henry County after being pressured by Lafayette's Nick Logan. So Nick and Nate Logan in, along with Victor Polio, sophomore, as a defensive back. Also Gavin Huff in there for the Generals. In the secondary, high snap. McAllister throws high pointing the catch, and wrapped up right there at the 25-yard line.
Lafayette's defense was, when he threw that little screen play out to the left, those babies said, hey, I'm in the game now, so I'm going to make a tackle and get my name called.
Injured lineman for the Wildcats. We will take a break here on Glycod. It's all Generals tonight in Lexington.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Still attending to the injured lineman for Henry County right now at the 25-yard line. Down on his back there, being examined by the medical staff. Alongside Coach Cisco Bryant, Wes Chandler here with you from Lexington, Ishmael Stadium.
Well, while he's down, you going to be doing something tomorrow afternoon?
I will be a little busy tomorrow afternoon.
Okay,
yeah, I'll be up near Henry County territory.
Okay.
Well, EKU faces Louisville Cardinals.
And he's getting helped off.
Riley Moore, the lineman, very little weight put on that lower extremity. Hopefully he's okay. Riley Moore, 6'2", 267 senior. Yeah, always excited when you, basically last week, week 0 was the appetizer. Now we get the full dose of college football.
Very much so.
So Henry County will bring on change up front in the line. It'll still be McAllister in at quarterback, but they will bring on Trevor Coffey. It looks like they will punt away here. Coffey will punt it away. Right at midfield. Fair catch signaled and made there by the Generals. It was hauled in by Trey Tackett.
Trey Tackett, he called it. Look at him. He is celebrating. I caught the ball.
Like a center fielder making a diving catch.
Yes. He's high-fiving, jumping up and down.
Trey Tackett, 6'4", 165 junior.
I like it.
So Lafayette will take over at the Henry County 49-yard line.
And I guess I will follow up by saying this, if they don't know, the reason why I asked what was he doing tomorrow, he is the voice of the EKU Colonels. So that's the reason why I wanted to make sure everybody understand why I asked him that question.
There's always a method to your madness.
Always, always.
I've been with you for 2 games. I know what you're doing now. We'll be apart next week. Yeah, be different. New quarterback in for Lafayette. And what a catch. Did he maintain the possession? No, he didn't.
He had it and when he came down, but Chambers Stewart, he's a southpaw.
Yeah, Dameron, the lefty. Got good arm strength on that one for a backup.
Ball comes out different with left-handers. That was a pretty good little throw.
Do you fall into the category of everything is more aesthetically pleasing if you're a lefty?
Very much. Well, number one, you get to use the right side of your brain, so it makes you more intelligent than those right-handers.
Maybe that's the piece I've been missing all my life.
I'm going to blame it on that.
Yeah, that'll be an easy crutch for me.
Very much. And myself as well.
Hawk Pickard into the lineup for Lafayette as they're continuing to put more subs in. Quentin Bryant on the offensive line. Legal procedure here on the Generals. Back them up 5. Mason Willett also in at receiver now. Well, what a game for John Lawson in his 4th season. Longtime assistant at Lafayette for most of the 2000s. And you talk about a guy that's busy. He's got more titles than anybody I've ever seen. He's
a lot.
Head football coach. He's the assistant athletic director. He also handles strength and conditioning. And he's also, just for good measure, an assistant for the track team.
Right. He does a lot. He does a lot, and he spends a lot of time around the kids. He in the school system, he's the one that they go to when somebody is doing something wrong, and he's just a great guy. He really is.
I know, a really good friend of yours, too.
Very much so. I've been knowing him for 30-something years, and but, you know, they made adjustments, and they did it, and, you know, and the Wildcats will do the same thing. They'll do the same thing. Their kids are so young, and they're going to get better and better when it doesn't be as easy as it was last week.
Well, he told me, he said, you know, obviously our defense got exposed some last week. This week, they've caused 6 turnovers. Dameron will hand it off to Richardson. Richardson looking to lower the shoulder, lower the boom, and a flag coming down.
Okay, that flag happened in the middle of the field and holding. We got a holding on Lafayette. But I guess my only point is he called the hold. The hold was in the middle of the field, but the running back was running to the sideline. So
a lot of action there. And it'll be 3rd down and 19 for the Generals, and they will decline that penalty. Like the result of the play, ball will be spotted at the Henry County 49-yard line. 4.5 minutes to play here in regulation. And it looks like Henry County's streak is going to end of starting 2-0. They have started 2-0 in each of the last 4 seasons. And August has been very profitable for Henry County. Not the case tonight. You want to hear an interesting stat, Cisco?
Please.
Get to it after this play. Dameron, the lefty, uncorks a little too high. You go back for Henry County, they have won their last 6 games played in the month of August.
Wow.
It appears it's going to end tonight, though.
Yeah, but that's very good. That's very good.
Have to go back to 2021, the last time Henry County lost a football game in the month of August. So you would always love to start strong, and Henry County has done that.
Well, they're going to have a little bumps this year, and I keep saying that because they're so young. And being a coach as long as I have and playing at this level and playing this top-notch team with a young team, because you could have, you know, bought your way out of the contract. And he came down here with 30-some players and 5 seniors and playing a 6A school.
Jason McAllister rolling out, pass right at the sticks, caught by Blade Boyer. Sophomore reeling it in there. The backup quarterback McAllister, who was 2 for 3 in limited action last week, makes a completion there. Pickup of 9. McAllister 26 yards after Ward threw for 101 last week. Wildcats under longtime head coach Matt Wright in his 9th season. Quick throw out, setting the screen up. Pass complete. It's Coffee. Back to completions.
That must be the way they throw that, because he dropped down too and did the same thing.
Dropping down from a different angle.
Yes. Got it around the end. Good throw. Back-to-back good throws from it. Yeah.
Sam Butler checking in on the defensive line for Lafayette.
I think some freshmen are getting in.
Joined by
come out.
Drezion Swanson. 2 minutes to play here in Lexington. Rolling out. Fires. Sidearm. Pass complete. Right at the 20-yard line. Hit there by Generals linebacker Graham Walter. Blade Boyer making the catch now. So as far as from a passing standpoint, this backup group is looking pretty sharp. Quite a different contrast to what the script was last year. They ran the ball for 40 times for 300 yards against Lafayette. Not the case tonight. McAllister evades. Pass complete. Out of bounds at the 18.
He said he was out of bounds, yes. I think he realized the clock is still going because he was taking his time, and then he threw the ball and said, hold up, throw me another pass. I'm going to be in bounds on this one.
Sideline routes don't really matter when you have a running clock.
Right.
But next up for the Wildcats, they will be at home taking on Western Hills. 7:30 kickoff there. We'll have a full look at the upcoming slate in our postgame. 43 seconds, and we have a timeout to Henry County.
Coach is over there. Coach Wright is still over there coaching. He's still coaching. He's on the field. He's directing. And that's why he's successful.
We'll take our final timeout. 46-8, Lafayette on Glycott.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School.
Henry County with the football. It'll be 3rd down and 1 with 43 seconds remaining. Cal Hatcher, defensive lineman, in for the Generals. Pass, a lot of hang time on that one, and it is incomplete, 37 seconds, and that will probably be the final play of the game with the running clock, half minute remaining.
Well, the Wildcats are trying to get another play in, but the officials are definitely taking their time.
We might get one more, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to get one more, 18 seconds.
So exactly what you wanted to see for Lafayette. Bounce back after that tough loss to Collins. McAllister trying for the end zone. Pass is broken up. Nice job in coverage there by Victor Paleo. And that will be the final play of the game. And in week 2, the Generals cruise to victory over Henry County as they get redemption, putting up 46 points in the game. Both sides of the ball, Cisco really strong for the Generals. It started with an interception, and then the offense trickled in after that. But really a lot to like, minus the penalties for John Lawson's Generals.
Very much so, but I think the defense set the tone.
Yeah.
The defense made the offense, they put them in better position. They never really have to drive 75 or 80 yards for anything. And the big turnovers, we got 6 interceptions?
Six turnovers, 4 interceptions, 2 turnover on downs, yep.
Yeah, and then 2 went for touchdowns.
Yeah, a lot of big plays in this one. We will highlight those big plays all in our post game. Coming up next, it's Lafayette 46 and Henry County 8, the final score here inside the Commonwealth tonight. We'll have the post game show when we come back on Glycott.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, We live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
Leaves and other dirt and grime are no match against the experts at Suntime Pools, your BioGuard dealer. Weekly service, computerized water testing, or just need advice. Our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit us today for a full line of BioGuard swimming pool products. Suntime Pools.
Hey, who turned out the lights? Hello?
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Cartown Kia, your dealership for unmatched design, performance, and savings at 3120 Lexington Road in Nicholasville. Visit them online at CartownKiaUSA.com.
The Lafayette Generals record their first win here in 2025, and a lot to like if you're John Lawson, the fourth-year head coach for the Generals, taking over interim duties in 2022, then the interim tag removed. And we said in our pregame interview that he saw the mental toughness improve the most from his team from week 1 to week 2. It was really a tough 12-minute stretch for the Generals last week. Not the case really tonight. They played a complete game. If you want to have one area where you're kind of disheartened if you're a Generals, it is the penalties. We'll get to the stats here in just a moment, but you had tons of big plays in this one. 4 interceptions combined with 2 turnovers on downs, forcing Henry County into 6 turnovers. And Lafayette, they had the 1 turnover. It was the 1 interception thrown by Kondo. He was sensational, quite a contrast from a week ago. He was 7 of 19 through the air last week. Tonight, he is 18 of 33, north of 300 yards passing, and the star of the game, in my opinion.
Oh, it's easy. He spread the ball out very well. He didn't run the ball as much as I thought he would, but he did a very good job of tripping who's open, throwing the ball in the flats, and, he made the right reads.
As you see tonight's scores from around the Commonwealth on our Don Franklin Auto ticker. Don Franklin Auto, driven by family. We'll take a look now at the scoring summary. Tonight's scoring summary on Glycod is brought to you by IBEW, Local 369. Power up your potential. A lot of scoring to get involved here for Cisco and IBEW Local 369 getting their money's worth tonight here in Lexington. We begin with an interception return for a touchdown right out of the gate by Zion Harmon. The first of 2 interceptions he would have tonight. Jackson Grant's extra point would be successful. 7-0 Lafayette. The Generals are not done. They go through the air for the first of 4 touchdowns by their quarterback, Gio Kondo. This time he finds Cal Locklear for the 13-yard catch. Extra point by Grants, also successful. Generals up 14-0. They were not done. Jackson Grants this time going through the air. Kondo finds his top target, 25-yard touchdown catch by Jackson Grants. Jackson Grants also converted the point after, 21-0, just like that for Lafayette. Then Henry County looked like they had an opportunity to score there midway through the third quarter, 4:35. They got the ball at the 1-yard line, went for it on 4th and goal, could not convert into the end zone. It set up Lafayette having to go 99 yards. They wouldn't muster a lot, but they decided to fake punt inside the 10-yard line. Jackson Grants was stopped at the 1-yard line. It was a turnover on downs by the Generals. That set up the only offensive score of the night by Henry County. It was a 1-yard touchdown run by Jason Ray. They would go for 2. That try was successful on a pass from Wyatt Ward to Blade Boyer, 21-8 Lafayette. Then the Generals would score the next 25 in the game. Cal Locklear, his second touchdown of the night, 20-yard touchdown catch from Gio Kondo. 2-point try, unsuccessful, 27-8 Generals. Then J.J. Richardson, a 2-yard touchdown catch, 34-8 after the extra point was good by Grants. Then the defense said, how about 2 interception returns for pick sixes? A 43-yard interception return for a touchdown by Jackson Grants. But it is notable on that play, Cisco, that Jackson Grants, his second unsportsmanlike penalty of the game. And that is huge because he was ejected from the game after that, at that point, and that made it 40-8.
Right, and then with that ejection, he cannot play next week. So that's going to hurt him in their kicking game. That's going to hurt him punting, kicking off, and also he contributes defense and wide receiver as well.
Yeah, they will be at home against Franklin Simpson without the services of Jackson Grant in that Grants in that game. The 2-point try on that interception return for a touchdown was unsuccessful, 40-8 Lafayette. And then one more for good measure, an 18-yard interception return down to the 1-yard line by Darion Jones, set up a 1-yard touchdown run by Tyree Richardson, and it was 46-8 Lafayette, and that was the final score. That's a look at your scoring summary brought to you by IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. When we come back, we'll hand out some hardware, tell you the most outstanding players at tonight's game right here on Glycott.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
We're big fans here in Kentucky of great savings at Cartown Kia.
Start the season with a win with savings on an incredible lineup of hot new Kias. Like 2025 Kia Sorento, just $269 a month, or buy for 0% financing. Or drive home a new 2025 Kia Seltos, just $209 a month. And win big on hot new 2025 Kia K4. Yours for just $169 a month. $169 a month.
Our team is here for your team at Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
A new year means next-level math, but even the best teachers can't always provide the personal attention each child needs. Mathnasium has a solution to help any student excel. Our caring, highly trained instructors use a range of teaching modes that ensure true foundational understanding. We're not about rote memorization. The Mathnasium method develops the critical thinking and problem-solving skills they need to succeed, with the option to learn face-to-face online at home or face-to-face at one of our 1,000 neighborhood learning centers. Mathnasium, we're changing lives through math.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Football on Glycod.
Back here at Ishmael Stadium, Lafayette records their first win here in 2025 with a 46-8 defeat of Henry County out here tonight in front of their home fans. And Cisco, let's hand out some hardware. First, we begin with Henry County. I think you're going to give it to their running back, their star running back. 16 carries for Jason Ray, 56 yards. You could see the potential for him. He just never could quite truly get going for Henry County tonight, but still 56 yards, not a terrible performance.
Not at all, but he ended up getting hurt and didn't come back. I think he got hurt in the third quarter and didn't come back. And last week he ran over for 103 and 56, so he's their future back. There's no question.
Yeah, you could see the promise there for Jason Ray, the junior. And on the other side, it is Gio Kondo. What a game for him, his second start. Boy, that was impressive.
I mean, totally different young man. I mean, structured, had put it where he needed to, did everything he wanted to. And he still got the ability to run. He just didn't have to tonight.
Yeah, always have that in your back pocket as well. Dual threat quarterback Gio Kondo, north of 300 yards passing tonight for the Generals. Tonight's most outstanding players are presented by Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. We'll take our final break here on Glycod, and when we come back, we'll take a look at what's on tap for us as high school football rolls on Glycod.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Central Kentucky Driving School is raising the bar in driver education because the safety of their students is too important for anything less. Offering driver training for teens and adults, Central Kentucky Driving School will equip you with the skills needed to become a safe and confident driver. A proud community partner, Central Kentucky Driving School invests in their students and families and guides you every step of the way. For more information, give them a call at 859-538-7775 or visit drivecky.com.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
We're here to hear what's on your mind. Take this time to talk and get it right. You know I'll be there all your life. When you need me, I'll be by your side.
Little everyday conversations about the dangers of underage drinking can make a big difference in a child's life. Talk, they hear you.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Cartown Kia in Nicholasville, movement that inspires, and by Carpenters Local 1650. Build your winning career today.
Week 2 for us in the books as Lafayette gets the win over Henry County 46-8, the final here tonight from Ishmael Stadium. Before we sign off, let's take a look at next week's schedule, brought to you by New Vista. They see the good ahead. Cisco will be doing the Manual versus Douglas game alongside Chris LaBar. That'll be a really fascinating matchup, Cisco.
Very much so. Both teams did okay this weekend, not what they wanted, but next week's going to be a very good game.
There you see the full slate of action ahead on Glycod. I will be joined by Carl Nathy and the South Oldham Tates Creek game, so that'll be a good game as well. Cisco, your final thoughts tonight? I thought we saw a much different Lafayette team, as we kind of said the whole broadcast.
Yeah, the whole broadcast, and that's been accurate. I mean, it's the truth. Totally different team. Coach Lawson said they was going to be a different team, and they went out there and performed like a different team.
Well, we told you earlier that the next game for Henry County will be next Friday. They will be at home taking on Western Hills. And for Lafayette, they will be at home taking on Franklin Simpson. They have one of the weirdest schedules I have ever seen this year. This next week will be their third straight game at home. After next week, they will not have another home game until October 24th.
That's tough.
Yeah, so you open the season with 3 straight at home. The next 5 are on the road. You throw in a bye week in there as well. Then the final 2 games are back here at Ishmael Stadium. It's just a weird schedule.
Well, playing at home does help you, and that does get you ready. But you said at 3 and 2, that's different.
A whole lot different. Well, that's going to do it for our coverage here tonight. We hope you enjoyed it. Want to thank our entire team. Producer Jackson Miller, camera operation by John Strange. Our spotter in the booth, Meredith Chandler. For my partner, Cisco Bryant. My name is Wes Chandler, telling you the final score for the final time is Lafayette 46 and Henry County 8. Thanks for watching High School Sports on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been Central Kentucky High School Football. Tonight's game was brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world. Man of War Harley-Davidson. 100% Kentucky owned and operated. IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. New Vista. We see the good ahead. Martin's Peterbilt. Keeping you rolling. Elite Building Products in Nicholasville, where you'll find top quality products for your home. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment. The right equipment for the right job. Suntime Pools and Spas. Good people to know if you have a pool. And by Fast Signs.
Visit Glycod.com and follow us on social media for information about upcoming broadcasts and other high school sports content. Thank you for watching this live sports presentation on